Pull up a chair. With that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3, not 4.
Thank you, LeBron.
Not 5.
No matter how
not
you
6,
listen in.
Not 7.
Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now live.
Do it live.
Thank you, Bill. Live on YouTube.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Do it.
Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the Rob Parker Show with Kelvin Washington. I mean, the odd couple with Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
That's how we starting today.
Tight pants, tighter pants, the shorter shorts.
The cargo shorts.
All the shorts.
That's right. Right here on a funky flashback Friday. And you'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Doug Gottlieb.
One more try. Can we do another one? On the planet. There you go. At least when people are still awake.
That's the only time it counts.
I couldn't even do the other one. I'm sorry. I just couldn't do it. All right. That's right. Write it down. Commit it to memory. 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen out there who can't put the numbers and letters together, it's 877-996-6369. It's
not trigonometry.
There you go. And if you hear feedback on the line, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you call in here and have a problem with what Kelvin or I say, or Kelvin and me, or whatever you want to say, I'd say tough because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. If you have a problem, turn off your station.
That's right. Let's go. Big show on this funky Flashback Friday. Let me welcome in my co-host. He is...
Kelvin
Washington.
What's up?
Yo, what up, man?
How are you?
You all right? I didn't know if you were going to be able to do the show today. You know, you out here getting holes drilled in your mouth. I didn't know what was going on.
It was a very painful afternoon.
Go ahead, Rob. Give us the sob story.
Alex saw me when I came in. I limped in, head down, cotton balls everywhere.
Sorry, what?
I said,
They got there cotton.
I said,
Glad
I
they were
had
cotton, Alex.
Cotton. My God. I had a tooth that just broke. Like, when you get older, you can't have hard candy like you used to.
What would you eat? A Jolly Rancher?
No. I don't know what happened. I was just eating and had to go to the dentist, and it's going to cost like $1 million to get it repaired.
Hey, let me tell you, dentist, boy, that's the hustle.
I am like, my goodness gracious.
And they know you can't do without. Like, you can't be like, screw it, I'll walk around with a hole in my mouth.
Right. But I think also they're in cahoots with the doctors. You know why? Because when they tell me the price to fix my tooth, I almost had a heart attack. You know what I mean?
Now they're like, call in cardiac arrest.
Exactly.
You walked out with 2 bills.
I'm like, how much? How about if you take them all out and just put in a fresh batch?
Hey, you know what? You might not be. Hey, getting some dentures and calling it a day might be the move.
I'll tell you this, and I said this to my dentist. I said, Rex Ryan has the worst pair of choppers on television. Am I not right? Nobody has perfect, crystal clear white teeth. Nobody. That's not. Am I right?
Perfectly squared. Yeah, he's got the chiclets.
He's got chiclets. That's not what people are looking for.
They are ultraviolet too.
Yes.
You
got to wear sunglasses to be on the set with him.
Those things is ultraviolet. He smiled. He definitely could light up a whole small city without a doubt.
All right, hey, we got a lot to do. And so little time on this funky Flashback Friday. Let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew because we wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without. Hey, my high school buddy Ed Genesee in New York is listening. He just texted me. Ed, what's happening? He was there for
Ed?
Hi, Ed.
That's right. Ed, we used to take the bus to high school together every day, the Q42 bus, and laugh our way all the way through high school. He's a great guy.
Shout out to Ed.
Yes.
Shout out to Ed.
Ed
Genesee.
Genesee.
For 92 years.
That's right. All right, let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew. We wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without him. Rob G is our producer. That's right.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my.
Oh, boy.
It's that kind of day because of my tooth. I'm going to be on the war.
Are you still off that laughing gas?
I'm going to be on the warpath today.
Rob, I said in the
boy.
text chain, I'm glad I'm not a black quarterback today.
That's right.
Yeah, this ain't the day.
This ain't the day, the way I feel. Alex, of course, is our engineer. Steve DeSager's at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated throughout the program. And, of course.
Who?
And.
Who is it?
Elijah.
Never heard of him.
Our social media guru. And I only have one message to Elijah. What is it?
HRU!
HRU.
Now I need a montage on my tooth.
Now that is
Alex,
true.
that's funny.
Thank you.
That's funny. But am I the only one that uses HRU?
I think so.
Well, it's not that it's just that it's synonymous with favor. Like, hey, HRU, here comes a favor to ask.
No.
That's the issue.
I'm actually saying hello to Elijah because I think he's
No, but
worked
you're
up.
actually saying HRU, yeah, whatever. Make this thing I need real quick.
Okay. Maybe that's the case. All right, let's go. All right, Rob.
That's the issue.
Rob G, your Raiders, that garbage we watched
gosh.
last night, I had to send Rob G a picture of his television that's at my house that his wife won't let him buy. So I tried to rub it in his face that he would have, been watching the Raiders last night.
No, he watched it on his phone.
Rubbed it in their face big time.
Yeah, Rob, this was the worst week ever. Alex, let us live. We trying to do a 3-hour
No.
show here. What are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to talk? What can we say?
We can't say anything. Rob G, tell us about the Raiders and Denver.
Well, it's less about the Raiders and more about Denver because Denver won their 7th straight game. They're 8-2. They're tops in the division, and nobody feels good about it. And that's because last night they put on one of the worst performances we've seen from a winning team basically ever. Their offense finished with 220 yards. They punted 7 times. Bo Nix threw 2 picks. It was the 4th time this year the Broncos did not score in the first quarter. They had 4 possessions that went for negative yards, 3 of them in the third quarter alone. They had 11 penalties as a team. It was the 4th game this season a team has had 10-plus penalties. They were really, really bad, and this is a trend that's been going on for them basically all year. Yes, they won 7 straight, but they have not looked good doing it in any way. They have trailed in every game but one this season, and they have scored 18 or fewer points in 3 of their last 5 games. But as they say, you are what your record says you are, and they are 8-2.
And guess what I took away from that win last night?
What's that?
That the Broncos can get it done. I have more confidence in the Broncos than ever before because they had no reason to win that game. They should not have won that game. Good teams find a way to win. I am now more convinced than ever that they're going to win the division. They're going to win the division and take it away from the Kansas City Chiefs, who coming in, they've owned that division, right, since Patrick Mahomes showed up. And now I am convinced Denver will win that division, and that is a great sign because it also means that there's a potential that the Chiefs might not even make the playoffs if Denver can beat them and put them in the spot where they are. Because remember, the Chargers are even ahead of the Chiefs. But I didn't go away from that feeling worse about Denver. I actually feel better about Denver. They had no business winning, and they did.
You're the only person on earth, including Sean Payton, Bo Nix, Dobbins, their J.K. Dobbins, their running back, and every single person who's a Denver Bronco fan. How are you the one person who walked away from that feeling better? That's how I know you went home and watched your 25th time watching the reruns of Mason, of Matlock, of Golden Girls. There's no way you watched that game because that was terrible.
Did I not send you pictures of the game last night?
No, you just wanted him to buy the TV. That's all.
Yeah, no, I was watching.
You said, let me put a game on. He might tantalize and he might want the TV now.
No.
If I put Matlock on or Murder, She Wrote, he ain't going to want it.
I'm paying for Prime. Trust me, I'm watching the games.
No, all jokes aside, I hear what you're saying, and a win is a win. I get that. Like, we all have heard that. We know that. But there is a such thing as a win that we didn't even like. And when you start to have your coach your quarterback, your running back, and other people come out and they're literally borderline crying that they feel bad for the defense. You heard Dobbins, man, we can't keep doing this to our defense. We can't keep – I feel bad. We owe them so much more. They keep playing great. We keep making them have to go out there and make play after play after play. And they have looked bad throughout the season and been a very confusing team. And also, I think what's making it more troubling, Rob, and again, I get what you're saying, win is when they're 8-2. The troubling thing is they were 10-7 last year. Bo Nix as a rookie. Sean Payton, he and him, their first year together. You thought they were going to take a bigger step year 2. They actually have taken steps backwards. The offense has regressed. Bo Nix looks worse. He's making more turnovers, making bad possessions, having bad drive after bad drive. And they've played the sixth easiest schedule. Sixth easiest schedule this season. So a lot of those wins are against bad teams. And I also say, I hear what you're saying about winning division. However, when you look at the rest of their schedule, this is where it gets tricky for the Broncos, Rob, and why I get their frustration. One hand, hey, you applaud, we got to win. The reason why they're frustrated, Rob, is because they're saying next game for them, the 16th, they play the Chiefs. Then coming up a couple games later, they play the Packers. Then they play the Chiefs again. Then they close out against the Chargers. So they still have some big games against the same two teams that are near.
All they got to do is
go. All they got to do is split those. They don't have to go 4-0.
Right, but I'm saying the idea is you're ready to play them.
Yeah, but you could play better. They have a bye, right? And then they're gonna. And then
but
they play.
You haven't. I think this is what. So this is where Rob Parker sees it as. Oh, we're just winning. They're saying we're not playing good enough to beat the Chiefs. So we have to play them twice.
That's where I disagree. I don't think that those games are the same compared to the teams that they've played. You talked about the weak schedule. And sometimes that happens, but it tells you how good they are that they couldn't, because they're teams who have lost to really bad teams, right? Where there was no business they should have lost. So like when the Jets.
There's no way you watch the Broncos and think that I'm not saying they can't have a great defense. That is, we all came into the season knowing that.
But that's the part that I like, and they can only get better. They can't play worse than they've played. They can't.
They've actually gotten worse, though. That's the challenge.
They can't.
They've gotten worse.
You think they're going to be worse than they played yesterday? That going forward against those 4 games you talked about, you think they'll be worse than they played last night? There ain't no way.
I don't think they'll be historically worse because they were historically bad. What I'm saying is you don't need to be slightly better than that. You need to be a lot better than that.
Yeah.
And Sean Payton is
whenever
supposed to
you
be
have
offensive
defense travels. Whenever you have defense, you're always going to be in games. You're always going to have a shot to make plays and make plays. You don't need to blow people out to feel good about it.
Your offense needs to look like a Sean Payton ran offense. And that's why he's been frustrated all season. He has been all season upset.
Their defense has, let me give you one number, 37 more sacks the last 2 years than the next closest team. This is how they disrupt the quarterback. They pressure the quarterback. They make these other teams look bad offensively.
But you know what?
Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl like that. Go back. You're talking about they can't win. Denver won. Peyton Manning threw for 103 yards and 1 touchdown and a pick.
And that team was way better than this offensively.
No, I'm talking.
This team was way.
But they won in that game.
And
I remember.
That's a game, Rob.
Rob G, you remember when the Raiders went to the Super Bowl in 2002? What did Tampa Bay's defense do? It was unbelievable.
All right, hold on.
Unbelievable.
Don't go that far. Don't call this defense that defense. That defense was an all-timer. That defense, the Ravens have had a couple over the last 25 years. Don't go that far, Rob. My point is that the reason why – it ain't even about me being frustrated. The reason why they're frustrated is because they know they need to be better because they know they got to play the Chiefs twice, they got to play the Packers, and they got to play the Chargers.
All they got to do is split. They don't have to go 4-0.
And I think they know they're not good enough to split.
If they split, then they're 10-4. You're in a good spot. 10-4 would be great.
That's the reason. They just expected to be
They're
way
not
better
expected to win every
offensively.
game. I mean, come on. They just won 7 in a row.
Better.
They're not going to win 11 in a row.
They're expected to play better. That's the thing. And Sean Payton knows that, and he wants to have a better offense because that's what he's supposed to be doing.
Sports has a short menu, wins and losses. Remember that.
And they know they got some losses on the way if they don't get better.
All right,
and that's okay.
877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. You know what? Another one of my friends is listening tonight on Sirius XM.
Wow.
It's unbelievable. Billy Skeeters. He's in Dallas.
Billy.
Tell Billy. What's up, Billy?
Did you make up that name?
No.
That's
He's a friend of mine. You know what? We've been friends for, ready? 52 years. We've been friends. 52 years. Kelvin, you got any friends, 52 years friendship with anybody?
You got to give me some more years to catch up to that, Rob. I'm not there yet.
I'm just kidding.
Give your boy another decade or something. I can catch up to that.
Is that unbelievable, though? We've been friends for 52
That's great.
years.
That's awesome. Seriously.
Since
like,
we're kids.
That's
all right,
great.
we grew up in the same neighborhood. All right, are you feeling better or worse about the Broncos after last night? 877-99 on Fox. We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple on a funky flashback Friday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Unless you're a dentist in the US of A.
And it pains me to say this because anybody knows just as far as basketball preference over the last 6-7 years, my guy was Luka. And it still is. Luka's incredible. He was incredible.
No, what? Is he or isn't he? You said he still is. What does that mean?
He's still my guy.
No. What, is it
I don't
Wemby
have
or
a
is it
singular
Luka?
guy. Can I
one
talk?
guy. No, one guy.
No.
Pick one guy.
Luka is that guy still. The dude's averaging like 40-something a game. But when you start to look at this, and if I'm projecting about, who if I'm the Washington franchise and I want a guy for the next 8-10 years, whatever you want to say, who am I moving forward with? If there's anybody in the NBA, who would I want? And even despite these last couple games, despite how he looked last night against the Lakers, they fouled him out, struggled with the double team. He even talked about that teams are kind of finding a way to get after him a little bit, get up underneath him being 8'8". It's still Wemby. And I had to think about why. Because Luka, not a great game as far as percentage. He was 9 for 27, but 35 triple-double.
Yeah, you should get
get
20.
the win.
You should get 35
on
points
27
on 27
shots. Yeah,
shots.
27 shots.
That's awful.
He had a bad night shooting efficiency-wise. He missed some handful of free throws. They even asked him after the game. He said, free throws, I missed some free throws. And it ended up being way longer, 1 minute at the end because the Lakers just didn't want to win. But the thing for me, the thing that is the separator with Wemby, Rob, for me, the difference is, number one, I ain't got to motivate Wemby, and this is just beyond Luka. I don't have to motivate Wemby to want to be the best. I don't have to motivate Wemby to want to play defense. I don't have to motivate Wemby to take an offseason seriously, and I like that. I also like this about Wemby. The thing about Luka that makes him great is also the thing that can be his kryptonite. And it reminds me of Luka between LeBron and Allen Iverson, where they are the centerpiece. They are the gravity of the world. They are the system. Everything orbits around them. There's no other system. We don't run this. We don't run that. This is how we do it. This is the way our flow, our schematics. It is you do you, and we hope we win. And they got Allen Iverson to a finals, but didn't do much more after that. It's been working for LeBron for the most part. Got 4 rings, but there were times you wish he would work it
4
around
years
more,
and
run a
24
system.
years? Okay.
Then you're right. There you go. And I wonder, is Luka the hybrid of LeBron and Iverson in that point of he is the system, and will that work for championships? What I like about Wemby is that Wemby will be able to be the guy that dropped 30, 40 tonight, 20 boards, whatever, or he can have his team win and still be successful if he has 18 points, 25 rebounds, 10 blocks. He doesn't have to singularly score. And it reminds me of another big that they had on that team in Tim Duncan, where Tim Duncan could be the focal point, score and put him down on the block, give you 30 and 20, or Tim Duncan could be the best one on the floor, 15 points, 20 boards, 10 blocks, 5 assists, and just make key plays. And Wemby reminds me of a better, at least evolved version of that. And I think for me, moving forward, I want to be able to have that. A guy that can be a defensive player of the year, a guy that essentially could be a top 5 scorer in this league as well, and also be a guy that the team wants to play for and that'll be motivated to play night in, night out, season. And Wemby, to me, when I watch the league right now, there's a handful of amazing players that if you said this player, I'm not mad at, but for me, it's Wemby. I think that's the differentiator, is that he has a chance to be the best in a multitude of ways, where specifically if I go up against with Luka, if he's not scoring 35, 40, he's not going to be the most effective, and that's the separator for me.
Yeah, I just think your analysis is premature. And sure, you can look into your crystal ball and you look at what you see.
It's what we
and
do,
say,
Rob.
Okay, I'm just saying, but the idea.
It's what we do.
There's a lot of things and factors there, especially injury-wise. He's already had the blood clots.
What the blood clot?
He's a big guy, tall guy with the foot and ankle issues that those guys
Stop wishing
usually
that on
have.
him, Rob. I keep telling you.
I'm not wishing. I'm just giving you like
He
what's
is
happened
differently built than the
for
other
guys
ones.
who are that size, and he's thin as a rail. We know
I can't argue that.
He what is he? A monk? He was a monk this summer or whatever. So I know that was a bad TV show, but I think he was actually a monk.
Was
and
that
had
the
his
monkeys?
No, the monk. It was
monk had
called
a monk?
Monk. Like a
The monk,
detec-
the nerd,
detective
the
show.
OCD dude. Yeah, monk.
Yeah,
monk.
monk or something like that. But I don't know. I mean, there was one stretch when everybody was saying he was the greatest player ever, and then all I remember the Spurs losing 18 games in a row, and I thought to myself, how could you be a generational talent, seriously, and ever in the history of your life, high school, pee-wee basketball, like there's no way you should lose 18 in a row. And that bothered me. And even in this case here, and it's a couple bad games, but at some point they'll figure out what they need to do to neutralize him. And I'm not saying they're going to stop him or he won't be able to score and he's going to score 14 points every night. But if you think that he's just going to run the roost and have the next 20 years and put up all the points and block every shot and nobody else is going to come around, because he's going to have to win too.
Sports Radio. It's the Odd Couple, Rob, Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Funky Flashback Friday. Be sure to check out the YouTube page. Of course, if you're not on there, you're missing out. You go to YouTube, and all you got to do is search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Odd Couple FSR. You'll see me. You'll see Rob. You'll see our beautiful mugs. Thumbs up, like it, share it, subscribe, all that good stuff right there. We appreciate it. Go check it out, as always. All right, we got Sam Munson on the way, co-host of the Check the Mic podcast on the 33rd team. We'll talk some NFL with him in just a little bit. And also 877-99 on Fox. You can call in right now. We're talking about, you saw the Broncos. They're 8-2. Rob feels even better. He thinks they're for sure going to win the AFC West. I feel like the Broncos, they ain't playing good enough. What say you? 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
Joey in North Dakota. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Joey?
Hey, how you guys doing? I love the show.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joey.
Appreciate that. Yes.
So I actually like the Broncos before the season started, mainly because of the defense. And I got one major question for Mr. Washington.
Yes.
Defense does what?
Win championships. Yes.
Wins championships, yes. So as long as that offense, which I will agree with you, the offense has been suspect at times outside of the fourth quarter probably.
Yep.
But if they can catch fire at the right time, at the end of the season, in the playoffs, that defense, it's not an all-time defense, but they are really, really, really good, and we saw that last night. They bailed them out time after time. What was it? They went almost, a quarter, 2 quarters without even getting a first down?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
and that's what you're right.
But that's my only thing.
Joey, you're right.
Joey, my only thing to that, to add, I totally get you. Their defense is spectacular, and that's kept them in games, and that's you love that. My only thing is you can't be almost equally as good as your defense that bad offensively. Like, you don't have to be spectacular. You don't have to be the greatest show on turf.
Here's where I'll part with you. I understand, and we know that there's room for improvement. But if they would have lost, they had won 7 in a row. Had they lost any of these games, you would have a better argument. You know what I mean? That the defense played well, and look, it still couldn't turn into a win. That's the argument, is that, yes, because they have been able to make plays in the fourth quarter and come up with plays when they need it. And, yes, as they get better, I think that they're only going to get better as time goes on and not going to get worse. 877-99 on Fox.
That's the problem.
Thomas in Memphis, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Thomas?
Hey, what's happening, brothers? How you all
Oh,
doing?
my goodness gracious.
Man,
look at that. What's up with that voice, Barry
I'm calling
White?
here at that right now. Smooth 92.35 on the Jazz FM. Stop it.
Hey, man, listen, I just wanted to call in to tell you guys, you all have truly changed the sports commentary landscape to a transformational listening experience with your preparation and delivery of content. So I just appreciate the way you present yourselves, and I have an amazing time listening to you, man. I've got a lot of people just connected to you guys now in Memphis, so, man. Shout out to both of you guys. Keep up the great
man,
work.
we appreciate that.
That
Seriously,
means a
man.
lot.
That means a lot.
That really
Seriously.
does.
All right, hey, you know what, Rob G?
Appreciate
Get his
that.
number. We got to have him do an intro or something for us, Rob.
No, my good. Well, he's gone now, but maybe he'll call again.
You know what I wanted to say, Rob?
What's that?
For the holiday season, I want to say, you're a mean one.
That's right, Mr.
No,
Grinch.
no, Rob, you know this one. He's got to call in and say, and to Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. The Temptations, Merry Christmas, a silent night. He's got to do that at the end when they end it like that. Call back and get his info, Rob G, so he can do something for us, an intro or something.
No doubt. Hey,
Walking
Will.
around here sound like Barry White.
Will in Wisconsin, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Will?
What's going on, Rob? What's going on, Kelvin?
What up, Will?
Oh, nothing much. A not-so-balmy, rainy day here in Wisconsin, man, but still enjoying, as the other gentleman said, the conversation. This actually goes back to sort of a few weeks ago when we were talking about was Kansas City tuning up after being able to win against the Lions into this playoff mode. And truly, yes, they're playing well, they're playing better, but that scheduling at the early part of the season really mattered. I know a lot of, folks say, hey, that early part, but it mattered this season. And right now, Denver with another big division win, another, consecutive win. It's an uphill battle for Kansas City. Right now, they are not in as great a position, as...
No, they got 4 losses already out of 9 games. Sir, it's not a great spot.
And just thank you guys so much for taking a call, and let's hope that these guys get to the next third of this season injury free and get some good football for sure.
All right, we appreciate that, Will.
Appreciate you,
All
Will.
good. Kelvin,
All
can
right.
you see? Can you see what I got here?
Is that a grown person Lunchable? What is that? That's a reduced turkey sandwich. Here we go again, Rob. I sat next to you.
They're ribs. No, they're ribs.
Oh, ribs. Okay. Reduced ribs. I don't play with like meat, man.
What do you
I get
mean?
Some reduced crackers or something. All right, cool. Reduced meat is crazy.
Why? It's not expired. It's expired. The date is tomorrow.
All right. Remember you did this. You brought some meat home on an airplane from another day, another city, another state. And what happened? Tell the truth, Rob. What did you say to me when you didn't think I was listening on air?
Sick. You know what? Maybe the last time I had some meat, reduced meat, that's when I broke my tooth out, maybe. No? It did not break out. I want you to know. My tooth was never broken out.
It just sounded crazy. You love giving Alex drops.
It's been a good week for me.
You just love giving Alex drops.
Okay, all right. Can we get the Steve to
Sam Munson on the other. You the one showing your reduced meat. Sam Munson on the other. Sam Munson on the other side.
What?
Steven Sager saved this show.
It's reduced ribs. It's impossible.
On the busy Friday night NBA scoreboard, it's late first quarter at Orlando. Magic ahead of Boston 33-17. Celtics with a 4-5 record so far. Cleveland's up 24-20 at Washington late first. Washington 1-7 early season. Cam Thomas of the Nets could miss 3 to 4 weeks with a strained hamstring. Austin Reeves of the Lakers with a strained groin will miss another game on Saturday. One of the late games tonight as Golden State at Denver, and the Warriors' Steph Curry is out this evening due to illness. Bam Adebayo of the Heat out tonight with a sprained toe. Miami will host Charlotte. The Spurs, De'Aaron Fox, the guard, will reportedly debut Saturday after hamstring surgery. 4 NHL games tonight, including in progress. Minnesota had 2-0 in the first at the Islanders. Japanese third baseman Munetaka Murakami was posted to start the process of free agency. American League Silver Slugger winners include Cleveland third baseman Jose Ramirez, also Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge, A's rookie first baseman Nick Kurtz. The big MLB award results come out next week, starting with Rookie of the Year on Monday. In women's tennis, number 1 Arina Sabalenka advanced to the championship of the season-ending WTA Finals. There's college football on Fox TV in an hour and a half. Number 19 USC hosts Northwestern, and coming up at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, FS1 will have Houston 7-2 playing at UCF. The 49ers will start quarterback Mac Jones again Sunday, hosting the Rams. Quarterback Brock Purdy is questionable with a toe injury. He's still been limited in practice. Washington QB Jayden Daniels will not need surgery on his dislocated elbow. There is no ligament damage. He will not go on injured reserve. Browns wide receiver Cedric Tillman will return from a hamstring injury this weekend. The Raiders fired special teams coach Tom McMahon. Back to you.
All right, Steve, appreciate you.
Did they fire Pete Carroll's son? Oh, I'm sorry. We'll talk about that.
No, we'll talk about that in a little bit, Rob. It's the odd couple. Well, at least they knew that the conversation was pointed at you. Odd couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a Funky Flashback Friday. And for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and where they drive, ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. They'll come to you. That's right. TireRack.com is the way tire buying should be. Joined now by Sam Munson, co-host of the Check the Mic podcast on the 33rd team. Sam Munson, NFL on X. Sam, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, fellas?
Doing great. Let's start with the Broncos and their defense. I'm watching, and my goodness gracious. I mean, a defense like that, their offense hasn't gotten going really yet. I mean, they have made plays in the fourth quarter to help win some games, but what do you make of the Broncos defense? How good is it?
Yeah, I mean, that defense is absolutely elite. I think they're definitely the best pass rushing unit in the NFL. The back end is pretty good as well. Even without Patrick Surtain in the lineup, they're still able to hold up on the back end and let those guys cook up front. But, you know, a guy like Nick Bonito is having a Defensive Player of the Year kind of season. They've got 4 or 5 guys that can all win up front one-on-one, and they've got the players in the back end that can cover. So it's a best defense in the NFL type of unit.
Yeah, it's spectacular. But one of the things we talked about was if you or me, or obviously not Rob, but if somebody was concerned about it, it'd be one thing.
I'm not concerned.
You're not concerned. But what makes it interesting is how upset they are. Sean Payton, Bo Nix, you heard J.K. Dobbins talking about it. What do you make of that they're disappointed in their performance?
Yeah, and look, it wasn't a good performance. It was a rough day at the office for most people in that game. The defense played really well. Even the defense gave up some plays, and they weren't punished for it because the Raiders shot themselves in the foot, you know, when they gave up the big play. You know, they gave up a big run to Ashton Genty. I think that was a pretty ticky-tack holding call that brought that back. They gave up a bomb to Dante Thornton, and he dropped the ball just before halftime. You know, they could have given up
missed a field goal, right? There were a couple things,
So, yeah, I mean, I think they're right to be upset with themselves about how they played. Look, the important thing is they got the win and they move on. But, yeah, that's the kind of performance, you know, they're going to be looking at during the week in meetings and really trying to make sure they don't play at that level again because they're going to face better teams than the Raiders. And if they play like that, they won't beat those teams.
How about this notion that here come the Ravens? They got Lamar back. They got that big win before Lamar got back. Can they run the table or win, 8 out of 9 or whatever, and even win that division? Where are because we knew before the talent that they have, and a lot of people picked them to get to the Super Bowl, and they got off to a horrendous start. But if they win 4, 5, or 6 in a row, can they get there?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, I think the division is still well up for grabs. I mean, that even at the worst part where the Ravens were like 1-4, the Steelers were at the other end of that spectrum, it was still only basically a coin flip in terms of odds to win that division. Vegas never abandoned the Ravens, and it's kind of the other side of that is they never had a ton of faith in Pittsburgh either. And the Ravens get to play Pittsburgh twice. If they beat them 2 times, if they sweep the Steelers, they also get the Bengals twice. They've got games within that division that would immediately catapult them back to basically level or a game back from first. And yeah, I think they can still absolutely win the division. Lamar Jackson came back and looked immediately like MVP Lamar Jackson. So
4 touchdowns, no picks. Yep.
Yeah, they have one of the best players in the NFL on offense. And the defense, it might not be good, but it's a lot better than it was earlier in the season when everybody was banged up.
And the other thing, Sam, real quick, you take away 2 fumbles by Derrick Henry, they might have 2 more wins.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was everything was going wrong early in the season. Derrick Henry was putting the ball on the ground. Lamar Jackson in the last couple of games before he got hurt wasn't playing his best football either. Yeah, I think they're a much better football team than they showed. Also, their schedule was brutal to begin the season, and it's a lot easier now.
Hey, Sam Munson, our guest here. I'm going to go to this one. Could be Monday night, could be game of the week, depending on how you want to look at it. You got Eagles at Packers. Both teams kind of the big dogs in the NFC right now. When you look at these 2 teams, one's the reigning champ, one is the one a lot of Rob, for example, has the Packers in the Super Bowl.
That was before the trade, I want you to know, Sam. I picked it before.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Rob.
I did. I did.
Which team do you look at right now and you say maybe, hey, it's the Eagles conference to lose? Do you look at the Packers maybe as a better team? Who do you look at as the big dog between those 2? We can call them maybe juggernauts or leaders of the conference.
I mean, I think the Eagles, because they've been there and done that, they've got the experience and the muscle memory. They know that they're a championship caliber team if they put it all together. Green Bay, I think, has that ceiling as well, but they haven't been there. They haven't, got experience of what it takes to get that far and win a Super Bowl and go on that run. I think their best football can absolutely go toe-to-toe with a team like the Eagles, but I don't know if they believe yet. When they've lost games this season, it's because they've been dragged into a dogfight, and it's been ugly, and they've stumbled. They did it against, and they haven't been against great teams when that's happened. The Browns, the Panthers, they need to sort of realize themselves how good they can be and not let themselves get dragged into those games.
Before the season started, I picked the Lions to not make the playoffs. I'm looking at the division now. That was a huge win by Minnesota in Detroit coming off the bye. We're tight there now in that division with the Packers leading the way. The Bears have the same record as the Lions. What do you look at there? When I look at the Lions, the team used to be really good at completing third down, and this year they were top 3 or 4 the last couple of years. This year they're like 15th or 18th. What do you see with Detroit?
Yeah, I think they're still capable of being a really, really good football team. There's so much talent on both sides of the ball. But you're right, it's not quite the way it was. I think some of that is losing Ben Johnson and the detail-oriented way that he goes back coaching. They've had a sort of conscious decision to move a little bit more to a style of, directionally we're in the same way, but we're going to rely on the players a bit more to sort of execute and just get the job done. I don't know that they're focusing as hard on the day-to-day details, and that's the kind of thing that lets you execute on third down consistently.
Yeah.
I still think they make the playoffs, but that division being what it is now, there's not much margin for error because they're all good in that division.
You could win 10 games, Sam, and not make the playoffs. That was
absolutely.
And that's what I told Kelvin before, that they could win 10 and not make it. So we'll see.
Real quick, last one for me, real quick for you, Sam. Rams, 49ers. 49ers lose quarterback, lose players, lose star defensive. But how do they still, because it wouldn't be shocking anyone if they were to beat the Rams. How do they keep doing this?
Yeah, it's crazy. A lot of it is Kyle Shanahan. That guy's a really good head coach. And I think
until it comes playoff time, I'm just saying. Go ahead, Sam.
That's the thing. Look, there's a few head coaches in the NFL that get kind of maligned and, talked down, and we focus on the negatives and what they're failing to do. But we sort of forget, they bring a really high baseline to the team. And Matt LaFleur in Green Bay is the same. Kyle Shanahan is a really good coach who can make this work with a lot of different pieces and a lot of different players. And on offense in particular, they're getting healthier. They're getting those bodies back that they were missing earlier in the season, and that can still be a devastating offense with the talent that they can deploy. The defense is the bigger worry because the guys they've lost there aren't coming back. Fred Warner done for the season, Nick Bosa done for the season. These are the best players they have on defense, and they're not riding to the rescue later in the season. So I think eventually that's going to catch up with them, but it might not be this game. They've shown already that they can upset the 49 or the Rams when they weren't expected to win, and they're a dangerous team.
Yep, absolutely. So that's one of the games we'll be looking at as well.
All right,
The
Sam.
slate of games coming up. Sam, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Anytime, guys. Take it easy.
No doubt. All right, on the way, we got Shekel City Play of the Day. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
If I'm the Raiders, Mark Davis, there's two things I'm doing in the offseason.
Okay.
I'm getting a haircut, a good one.
He ain't doing that.
Okay. And I'm getting rid of Pete Carroll. I'm sending him to a home care facility with some money. Thank you, Pete, very much. But there's no way I'm going forward. This isn't like other aspects of the team okay, and the quarterback just really played poorly this year, and we could see everything. Rob, this team is awful, just awful. I was against this hire. I think we both were.
Yep.
Like, what are you doing? There's no future
sense
here. It doesn't make sense. You're not like, man, we got everything in place. We just need a veteran coach who could guide the locker room. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And rally the troops. No. There's so much work that needs to be done. And I'm just, how do you go forward? I don't care if they like Pete Carroll. And you know what? Some people need to start looking at stats. Because you look at people, Pete Carroll, and I get it, they went to back-to-back Super Bowls. Dude, his numbers don't add up. Because Mike McCarthy, who everybody clowns, has a better winning percentage, won as many Super Bowls as Pete Carroll. Seriously. And the last time we saw him with a healthy quarterback, they were winning 12 games a year in Dallas. Seriously.
Mike, is there something about him that's not likable? And this is just me, pure speculation. Meaning,
right.
like, what? Because to your point, we've gone through him, Mike Tomlin, and Sean Payton.
Sean Payton, like that. Like Sean Payton is a genius. And they're all the same guy. They all won one Super Bowl. Early on, they had these great quarterbacks, whatever. Mike McCarthy never went. Like, Sean Payton, to me, is last on the list because he went under 500 3 years in a row with a Hall of Fame quarterback.
And,
at least
with the New Orleans Saints,
right,
yep.
Right? At least Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers, they never did that.
Right. They might not have won, more rings that you would have hoped, but they didn't go that.
Right. They did 3 years
and when he got
in
to
a row,
Dallas, they had success, couple 12-5 seasons. So, yeah, I'm not going to – the Mike McCarthy, I don't know what it is. I don't know if he just doesn't – if he's not a rah-rah guy, if he doesn't rally the troops, if he doesn't set a culture. But there is something to Mike McCarthy that I think doesn't ring true to make people go, that's our guy. But me and you talked about this when they were going to sign Pete Carroll. It just didn't make any sense. Like, you're trying to find your thing and you can move forward and all of a sudden grow and have some sustainability. And the thing with Geno, then not only do you do that, you go back and you go get Geno Smith. Now, I understand it. Geno Smith had a little success for a season with Pete Carroll, and so maybe you want to do that. But Geno Smith could not have been your answer. And not only that, you didn't get at least the same version of Geno Smith. You got the Jets version of Geno Smith. You went backwards with Geno Smith. He's regressed. He looks worse. The worse he has, as bad as he's looked in the last 3-4 years. So not only did you at least say, all right, at least I'm getting that plateaued, even kill version of him. You've gone backwards. The defense isn't spectacular. And again, you just don't have an identity. And I'm big on that. When I watch the Raiders, I don't know what they are. I don't know if they're a lockdown defensive team. They run the ball. I don't know if they air it out. I know they turn the ball over a lot. I know Geno's got a gang of turnovers. I know they let people run the score up on him at times. So, yeah, it's just disappointing. And, again, this has just been a franchise. Rob G, I'm not even being funny because, again, I'm a Lions fan. We just now got good the last handful of years. When is the last time you guys were good? Rob G? When was the last time the Raiders were good?
2002.
It wasn't that Super Bowl. I'm not even being funny. Did you have a couple seasons after that?
No, they made the playoffs a couple times.
But 2002.
Their best team since that Super Bowl was the year Derek Carr's leg snapped in half.
I remember that. Right.
They were cruising to a bye in the playoffs.
I remember that. I do remember that.
A top 2 seed, and then in the very last game of the season, they're winning comfortably.
Yep.
Leg snaps in half, and the rest is history.
Because I'm like, man.
Why are you going to say it like that, Rob? Geez, like,
well, you know he gets
because even Derek Carr will tell you he was never the same mentally as a quarterback. He became real skittish. He never used athleticism anymore.
But that
he
makes
became
sense,
a check
though.
down Charlie the rest of his career.
If your leg gets
snap, I had to say it again. Just
I don't
cover your
wanna
ears,
say it,
Rob.
yeah.
Parker,
I know.
but
Snap
in half.
like-
Sports Radio, Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a funky flashback Friday. DJ Ali Alex doing his thing. Thank you to Sam Munson, joined us a little bit ago. If you missed anything, check it out on the podcast. Rob G will have that up for you in a little bit. Plus, the best of will be coming up a little bit as well. It's now time for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
Did I do that? Did I do that? Did I do that?
What you do?
Did I do that? Let's go, Alex.
It better be undefeated. Go went nowhere. We ain't going nowhere.
I was 1-1 last night.
Oh, gosh. Rob.
No,
Rob,
but I got the
I'm not using my energy jamming and dancing with you when you win 500. What are we doing?
Yes, but the big one was, and Rob G, you notice, I had the Raiders +9 last night. That was the big come up, right? You know that. I did have that.
Raiders, it counts the same in the standings, Rob.
But I did have that one.
Rob, that was a toilet bowl game.
1-1 last night.
Cargo shorts.
Yes, cargo. Do I sound like that?
Yes, you do.
Okay, here we go. So now the total is 64-61. Tonight I got Orlando -3.5. They're hosting the Celtics in Orlando.
What is it? Is it over under? What was it? How many times Jaylen Brown's going to rub black dye on somebody's shirt?
I mean,
is that what it is?
that's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
What's it at 3.5 now?
Don't rub on me. That's all I'm saying. San Antonio +4.5. They're hosting the Rockets. And you know, they've had a couple of down games, the Spurs. I like that with the 4.5. You know what I mean? They'll maybe come back. And then I got the Milwaukee Bucks -4.5, taking on the surprising Chicago Bulls to start the season.
They are.
But I like that. I got Bucks -4.5, Spurs +4.5, and the Magic -3.5. And remember, I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
All right, that is.
Did I do that?
Tire rack play of the day.
Broncos look like they may pressure this a bit. Snap is good. They do bring some pressure, and they get to it. They block it. The ball's bouncing around. Picked up. Denver's football inside the Raider 15-yard line. Tyler Bidet recovered the block.
That is, of course, your Tire Rack Play of the Day, brought to you by Tire Rack. That's from Broncos Radio. Tire Rack, for over 40 years, has been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and where they drive, ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, it is the way tire buying should be. My gosh, Rob, I know you want to talk about the Raiders went ahead and fired somebody, special teams coach. You got a thought that they should have fired somebody else, right?
Yeah. What about the offensive line coach? Brennan Carroll? Brennan Carroll is his name. Brennan Carroll. Does this sound familiar?
Is that Pete Carroll's son?
Yes, it is. And you know the NFL is the worst place for nepotism.
Yeah, that gets busy.
It is ridiculous. I don't understand why these owners allow people to hire their family and friends. It's just ridiculous. And my only point is, the offensive line, were they stellar last night?
No, they were trash. Gino ain't played great.
Seriously.
But Gino also was running for his life.
This is what I'm saying. And the Raiders, let me give you some, are bottom 5 in sacks allowed and rushing yards per game. Is that not the offensive line?
Yeah,
but it's so easy to just say, oh, let's get rid of. We got to throw somebody to the wolves because we had yet another bad performance. When I was in Detroit, Rod Marinelli had his whole family on the Lions coaching staff. I thought his son-in-law should have been fired, who was the defensive coordinator. That was another story. We won't get into that.
You called him out about that too.
We won't get into that.
You asked him about it. How you gonna look that man in his eyes and ask him about that?
It's still the greatest question asked at a press conference in the history of sports, other than probably Doug Williams, I think, when he was asked by a female reporter, how long have you been a black quarterback? That's probably still ranks up there. How long have you been a black quarterback? Can you imagine that?
Man, I mean, like when, like I can't even, like what did she think was gonna be the answer? Well, about 2 years ago, I turned to a black quarterback.
Can I give you one real quick too? In spring training down in Plant City, read the paper. It said Tim Belcher's first pitch was 106. So we're all looking around saying, how in the world was his first pitch 106? So there was a female intern or something working, and we asked her, and she said, I heard the PR guy before the game started. He said first pitch 106.
Why are you taking all these shots at these female journalists? What you doing here?
We are Fox Sports.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham! We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you? I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding!
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special. Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
In college basketball tonight at number 1 Purdue, the home team tied with Oakland at the half, 35-all. Meanwhile, 4th-ranked UConn out to a lead of 32-2 against UMass Lowell. To the NBA scoreboard, mid-second quarter at Orlando, Magic holding on 43-39 against the Celtics now. Late second, Cleveland up 61-50 against a Wizards team that is 1-7 so far. Among the late games, Sacramento hosts 8-1 Oklahoma City. Golden State will be at Denver for the Warriors' Steph Curry out due to illness. 4 NHL games tonight. That includes Minnesota ahead 2-0 after the first period at the Islanders. To college football in an hour on Fox TV, 19th-ranked USC will host Northwestern. The 49ers will start quarterback Mac Jones again Sunday hosting the Rams. The Rams will start kicker Harrison Mevis, but set kicker Joshua Carty's not going anywhere. I'm Steve DeSager.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, Live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 on the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington here on Fox Sports Radio. Aches and pains can sneak in during the holiday hustle and bustle. Aleve can help you forget the pain and make happy memories instead. With just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of body pain relief so that you know what? You can keep moving, use as directed. And be sure to check out our new YouTube channel. You guys are subscribing, you're watching, all kinds of stuff, man. We appreciate it. We can't get over how many people are subscribing and watching us on a daily basis.
That's right.
We appreciate it. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, that's Odd Couple FSR. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and don't stop there. A little thumbs up action is good. And comment away. You know, you want to rip Kelvin, I'm cool with that. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Coming up,
you know what? They can rip me because you've been getting lit up. I'll take some.
You take some?
I'll hang on. I'll take some of these arrows because you've been getting.
Whatever.
They've been hitting you like they've been hitting Denzel in Training Day at the end.
And in about 27 minutes, we'll be down with the King, Sean King, former NFL quarterback and Fox Sports Radio NFL analyst. I don't think there's anything better than this right here, right there.
Down with the King for years, about 10 of them.
Absolutely. So a lot to get to in hour number 2. The weekend is fastly approaching. Rob G, the pigskin pick-off. Another good week for yours truly.
I mean, yeah, 3-2. Not bad.
What did Kelvin have?
Well, no, it wasn't that you were good. It was how horrid I was.
Kelvin's horrible.
Kelvin's, what are you, 2 and, what is he, 3
He's
and?
1-9 in his last 2 weeks.
Oh, my.
Hey, Rob G, do me a favor.
That's what happens when you're just
Stop snitching.
It's like John Morant from 3 tonight.
Exactly. That's what happens when, you know what, Kelvin, just let your daughters pick the games as we go forward. Okay.
Hey, what you think the game plan is this week?
Okay. You might as well.
Hey, I got it lined up over there. Everybody, all the ladies in the house get one pick.
Calvin, you just got to hit up Elijah now with an HRU and reset it.
That's you know what? That's a great point.
No.
Great point. Rob G, reset.
No.
Mid-season reset.
No.
0-0-0. I'm 0-0.
You're not
he's
doing.
0-0.
I'm doing Shekel City every day with 3 picks. It ain't no reset.
And you still 500.
Yeah, and you ain't no reset. And anyway, it was Elijah's idea to reset, I think.
Oh, dang. He threw
Elijah in here saying,
Elijah.
okay.
Let me tell you who didn't wake up that day and say, let me reset for Rob. Let me tell you what it was not on his game plan, Alex.
0.
All right, maybe it wasn't Elijah's idea. I thought it was. All right.
Rob G.
It's called proof of performance, and we were underperforming. What?
It's called proof of performance. We always do that here on The Odd Couple. We're transparent. I could just be making picks and not have my record on there, and people would still be like, okay.
Well, what's the point of having a record if you started over?
No, but it was just because of the timing and the year and the football season. And Elijah was like, you know what, this makes sense.
And you were under 500 by a lot.
No, was that what it was?
Yeah. I think that's what it was, Rob.
Okay.
Tight pants, tighter pants.
Too tight. They was, no more tight. Loosen them
shorter
up, Rob.
shorts.
Loosen them pants.
The cargo shorts. The cargo
Get you some
shorts.
MC Hammer pants.
Hey, Rob G, we got news coming out of D.C.
We got some big news coming out of D.C. Jayden Daniels, who you'll recall last week suffered a ugly dislocated elbow in his left. Thankfully, it was his non-throwing arm. Left elbow dislocation. However, they got some great news that it was announced today. No ligament damage, will not need surgery, and as a result, at least for now, will not go on injured reserve, which means, theoretically, Jayden Daniels could be back week 13 for the Commanders. Which, if you're a football fan, that's great to hear. If you're a fantasy football fan, that's great to hear. If you're a Commanders fan, that's awesome to hear. Here's the only downside, though. Washington has lost 4 consecutive games. Washington is currently down 3 of their top 5 wide receivers. Washington plays Philadelphia 2 of the next 3 weeks. So, even if you do get Jayden Daniels back, what is he coming back to? That's the question.
I tell you what he's not coming back to. Our locker room to be playing. He ain't coming back to his uniform. Listen, I love and admire the fact that he wants to play. I'm big on that because I think often, we had a nice run where athletes, you kind of started to worry like, oh, do they want to play? Is the heart there? I love that. But sometimes you have to look out for the player. Sometimes you have to look out for the franchise. And I think Jayden Daniels, I love that you want to play. I love the heart. I love the commitment. I love that your team loves you, the leadership. Bruh, we want to live to fight another day with you. We want to have a decade plus with you. We want you to be the man in D.C., the DMV area, and be the star and leader of this franchise. And the only way that we do that is by being judicious and smart with you. And sometimes we got to just say, hey, have a seat, sit down. You've already missed a handful of games so far this season. He's missed a few for a couple of seasons. He had a left knee sprain that kept him out. Then he had the right hamstring strain. Now he's got this elbow, which, by the way, the grace of God, because that looked like a horrible injury. I thought his arm was about to snap off. So to me, 3-6, we're down a bunch of our receivers, and it's not like the Ravens have a chance to come away and win this division right now, and it looks like the division is not necessarily going to be theirs for the win. Looks like it's the Eagles. So to me, if they were in the Ravens situation where I could see, all right, we got a chance. We got Lamar. He's a veteran. He's been doing this for years. We got a veteran situation. This is his second year. I don't want to go out there and beat him up and have him, and you hate to say it, an RG3 situation that has to be looming. So if I'm the general manager and the owner, I'm going to Dan Quinn and saying, you're not in a situation if we sit him and you guys lose out that you're getting fired. Your position is safe. We believe in you. We got our guy. We got our coach. Let's be judicious and smart about this. Live to come back next year. Healthy, receivers healthy, Jayden's healthy, and let's go compete again and compete for this division again next year.
Dude, what are you talking about? None of what you just said makes any sense. And I'm going to say this. First of all, once he's cleared and he's healthy, he should play. I'm not talking about put him out there if he's hurt. You have a whole team full of players who still want to play and don't think the season is over. And there are other receivers who have been waiting for their opportunity to play now that other guys are down. Otherwise, what is the point on being on a team if you're going to throw in the towel on everybody else? If he's hurt, I get it. You probably were one of the people who wanted Zion Williamson not to play again in college basketball. I remember everybody saying, oh, he had nothing to prove. If you're 19 years old and you don't want to play, I don't want that guy. Once he was healthy, guess what Zion did? He went back and he played. You should play. Michael Jordan got hurt early in his career. Oh, just take the season, Mike, until we get a better pick, whatever. No. You want to play. You play for your teammates if you're healthy. Why can't they run off 8 games in a row? They won miracle games last year that they had no business winning. That's how you make names for people. There's no reason. If you're telling me that the doctor says that there's a chance at this or, he's not really 100%, I'm with you. But once he's cleared to play, guess what players do, Kelvin? Players play. That's why they're called players. No, you think he wants to throw the towel in on the season once they're officially eliminated? Okay, I'll buy that. Once they're officially eliminated,
wait,
I'm not doing that.
So now you just threw me all off.
No, I did not.
Because Rob G said he might not come back to week 13. By then, they could have lost another 3-4.
They could have won 5 in a row and still be in there. You don't think he'll come back?
You just talked about last week. You talking about Marcus Mariota.
Would he come back? If they won a few games and got back in, you think he wouldn't come back?
What? No. What I'm saying is, they already essentially are out. But let's just say,
how are they out? They're not officially out. They're not.
If they go 4 games,
they're not out
without him,
mathematically. They're not out. No, they're not.
Why would I come back with my franchise, the face of my franchise?
Because him not coming back this year doesn't mean
all year.
But that doesn't mean he's going to get hurt, or he's going to stop him from getting hurt in week 1 next year. We talk about it all the time. You can't.
Exactly
you can't
why
stop it.
I don't want to waste. I want to just go give it my got
What
shot
about
week
the
one.
other 46 players who are on the roster who want to play, who are healthy, and
They
want
gonna
their
play.
leader?
Did nobody say they had to sit
want
out?
their
I
leader.
say he's sitting out.
You copping out.
Absolutely.
I can't believe that. How in the world?
Absolutely, he's going.
What?
He's not playing. If we are coming,
That makes no
Rob,
sense to me.
It's not as if he just had a random, little
If
thing,
he's
little
healthy,
ankle.
he should play. You
he has
disagree
been
with that?
banged Up.
I'm asking
I
you.
absolutely disagree with that.
Okay, then I don't even understand. I don't know
If
what
he-
player you would
because
be
he's
who doesn't want to
be-
play.
It's not. It's an impossibility
That's
for him
not
to
what?
be healthy
No.
because he has a hamstring, a knee strain, and a strained elbow.
It's not impossible because they just said it, Rob G, when he set this whole story up.
That means he
they
can
were able
play. Two different things. Can he play? Sure. Is he healthy? No.
What are you
Two
talking
different
about?
things.
What if I saw Kevin Durant go out there with a busted
You're proving my
Achilles?
point. Could he have played? Yes.
No.
Should he have played?
No.
You just proved my point.
No,
Thank
no,
you.
I did not prove
Yeah,
your
you
point.
did.
My point is that you don't throw in the towel with the idea
Don't do
you're
that
trying-
because you was
no.
mad he wouldn't play.
No, because you're saying, throw in the towel.
You just
'cause
told- you
we'll
were
wait
mad
till
KD played.
we'll wait till next year. No, there's
Yes.
no such thing. No,
There's a big
no,
such thing
no,
when
it
you're my
isn't.
second-year quarterback
No,
that I'm
it's
about
not.
to have for 10, 12, 15 years.
No, it ain't. Because,
Absolutely.
Because you can't guarantee that next year doesn't get hurt
You're right.
in game
So
one.
we're going to start over
So
next
what's the
year.
difference? What's the
That
difference?
we're gonna start over next
You could
year,
get
'cause
hurt
this
at any
season's a waste.
time. Playing
This
the
season's
last
over.
3 games or not
He's
playing.
already
He didn't even
played
have a
through
great
injuries.
year. I need him to get more reps. He ain't the same quarterback he was a year ago.
Go get some
I
reps.
need more reps.
Yeah, well, he going to get some reps this summer. He going to get these reps this summer, and he going to come back next year. Ain't no
I can't
sense in
believe
that
you
plan.
bowing out
Absolutely.
and throwing in the towel on
it's
your
called being
teammates.
strategic.
No, it ain't.
Because the last
It's
time
no
I had a
sense.
star quarterback,
Can you guarantee
last
me?
time I
Can
had a
you
star
guarantee me
quarterback,
that?
I
Can
put
you
him out there and he got
Can
hurt.
you guarantee me he ain't gonna get hurt next year by doing this? Can you
No.
guarantee me that?
That's called
Can you-
life.
can you
might walk out
guarantee
and
me
fall
that?
Down some stairs. I fell down the stairs the other day.
Can
Y'all
you
still make
guarantee
fun
me
of
that?
No, that's part
Okay,
of life.
there's the point.
But I have to be strategic.
Zion, don't play
I have to be
Zion.
strategic.
Don't play. Oh my God.
franchise quarterback out here.
Zion, don't
We out
play.
the
You're
playoffs,
already the
and
number
you want
one.
him to play.
You're already the
Going to
number
Rob
one
Parker
pick.
and Kelvin Washington.
No,
He
don't
got-
play. And guess
he's
what
got
he did?
me
He
and
came
you as
back and
receivers.
played. Come
Man,
on.
you better come have a seat.
You must be crazy.
You better come have a seat.
Players play. They're not looking to bow out. You think he don't want to
Right.
get out there and
guess
play
what
with his
general
team?
managers and coaches do, and owners. I got to think of the long term because the last time I didn't do that with my star quarterback, he got hurt, and next thing I know, he's sparring with Rob Parker online. That's what happened the last time.
He got beat up
That's what
twice.
happened.
877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. If he gets cleared to play, should Jayden Daniels return to the field this season? 877-99 on Fox. We'll continue this conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple on a funky Flashback Friday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, who wants to sit on the sidelines, of course. That's what he wants to do. Right here on Fox Sports Radio. And you know what you need to do?
What's that?
Stick and stay.
Unless I hit you with an HRU in the US of A.
How he won't be there, cut, release, trade, if it's a somehow off-season trade or something, if somebody were interested, if somebody needed a quarterback, because one thing we've talked about all the time, somebody's going to look at him, I believe, and they're going to say, I can fix him. He was a number one pick for a reason, right? Heisman Trophy winner, like he's that guy. There's somebody who's going to believe that. I don't know who it is, but there's somebody who will because we've seen Baker. We've seen Geno for 2 or 3 years until now, and we've seen Baker. So I believe somebody's going to do that, but they're done. And it's a disappointing thing because what happened? They gave him a boatload of money. He had a season and a half where he was solid to good, really good, and it's just been downhill ever since. He's got receivers. He's had some offensive players, some running backs at times. You start to hear, remember they did the whole, they knew he wasn't looking at the film, studying his book. They knew that.
They put it in his contract.
They put it in his contract. You got to study, which is crazy for a quarterback.
The best was Jamarcus Russell, though. When they gave him blank
blank DVD. You like it? You seen it? Would you? Yeah. That's a good plays. I like that. Boy, that's a blank DVD. I like all them plays. That was it.
How embarrassing is that?
Remember what's the want to get away? That's one of them want to get away moments right there.
Yeah, I got a different plan for Kyler Murray.
What's that?
Got your money, they're gonna cut you or whatever. I would go play baseball. I would. This is like one of the, and I know he's 28, and that was it. The Oakland A's. Oakland A's have his rights. 28. You got your NFL money. This dude is the first player ever. You're talking about in the United States, right? In this country, ever to be drafted in the first round in football and baseball. Nobody, no other athlete ever was able to do that. That tells you about his baseball skill.
Oh, for sure.
Because baseball guys like Mike Piazza, who winds up going to the Hall of Fame, was drafted in like the 70th round.
Yeah, it's round.
Like, you know what I mean?
Round.
Like 50 rounds of drafts. And to be the first ever in baseball and football, I just don't know where the football's going from here. That's just me. And I don't know, obviously, if to be a first-round draft pick in baseball, why not? That would be, what a story that would be. I just don't know where his NFL career, you're right, somebody's going to feel like they can fix him and he can do that. Do I see him having like some great career if he moves on somewhere else? No, I just don't. I'm not sold on it.
I think, to add to your point, I think you have a really creative idea. And he's still young enough. You know what I mean? 28, I know that's older, but it's not older, ancient.
I mean,
and obviously you were talented.
Came up late. You know what I mean?
Right.
Later than normal.
Good point. And also, clearly at one point in time, you were that talented that you were a first-round pick. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
You're not a 32nd round pick.
No.
Here's the thing. To me, Kyler would have to say, am I trying to do something different? Remember, a lot of people are like, man, what would LeBron look like if he was a tight end? We've done a handful of players in any sport. What would they look like if they went there? If Kyler said, to your point, I've got money, I can always say I was the number one pick and I did things in the NFL. I had a solid couple of years. Now I want to go try and do something. And I know it might take me 3 years. I might have to go down and AAA, AA ball.
You remember the Hail Murray? You remember that? He threw that?
Yep.
And the coach was the offensive guy.
Cliff Kingsbury.
You remember that? He was saying, remember that, Rob G, you remember? He was like, yeah, between Kyler and Patrick, they'll be swapping MVPs. Do you remember that?
Man, he meant MVP, please.
You remember that conversation?
MVP, please, is what he meant. But so does Kyler want to do something different? Do I want to be unique? Do I want to have a story?
That would
right?
be
I'm
a
with
story.
That.
That would be unique.
Here's the thing with the NFL, and specifically the position he plays, Rob. Say he goes and sits down for a year or two, meaning I'm just a backup guy or I'm just in and out. If he ends up having a 6-8 game stretch where he plays well, 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 1,215, 200, get 2,000 yards, somebody's going to pay him $30, $40 million. Geno just got paid a bunch of money a couple of years ago. Baker just got Sam about to get another check because the Seahawks are going to want to re-up and get him more. And I think that's Kyler
depends on what happens in the
Tyler
postseason.
is a quarterback. And all you got to do, show up, be good for a half a season, somebody's going to cash you out more than you're supposed to. It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a Funky Flashback Friday. Coming up, we're going to be down with the King. Sean King's going to join us here in about 8 minutes or so. Catch up with him, get the NFL headlines, talk some smack with him in just a little bit. Getting a new job can be so much easier with Express Employment Professionals. With Express, you'll have a local connection to the job market, and you can get started at expresspros.com to find a location nearest you. That's www.expresspros.com. All right, Jayden Daniels, there's a chance he could come back in a few weeks. I say if he comes back, to me, there's really no point. I'd rather just say, hey, get healthy as possible. Let's start the season next year. Rob says if he's healthy, run him out there on the field. 877-99 on Fox. Let's take some calls. Who we got, Rob?
Justin in New Mexico. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Justin?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
We got you.
All right, good to talk to y'all tonight, man. Hope you boys are doing good.
No doubt.
Great show, long-time listener. Love you guys.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I kind of went back and forth on it, man. I agree a little bit with what Calvin's saying, but I'm really rocking with Rob on this one. You know, there's still a lot of season left. If he can get back out there, they can. If Mariota can at least get him over the hump a little bit till Jayden gets back. If he's healthy, absolutely put him out there. That's what they get paid to do. Go out there and compete, man. If he's cleared, and maybe he gets a couple of opinions. I don't know. You know,
he's got to be cleared. I'm not saying if it's iffy to put him out there. I'm saying he's healthy. He can play. If he can do that, why won't you play him? He's a player. That's what he does. He wants to compete.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll tell you why, because he ain't a player. He's a franchise, what he is. He is our franchise.
Yeah, like when Michael Jordan went out there and said, I don't care about any of that. I'm playing. I'm coming back. I'm going to play. Oh, no, sit out the year, Mike. Hey, Zion with Duke, don't play. Oh, it don't matter. Just sit out. You're already the first pick. He's like, I'm 18 years old. I'm playing basketball. Michael in Texas, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Michael?
Fellas, I love the show.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate that.
Hey, like someone famous once said, you play to win the game.
Thank you.
You don't sit him. What are you paying him for? To sit down? He's not a piece of fine china. You play him just like Jordan played 40 years ago, led him to a playoff berth, and then put 63 on the Celtics. Like, that's legendary.
Yes.
40 years ago.
You guys are missing the point.
No,
They're
we're not missing
going to be in the postseason.
You don't know that. They have not been eliminated.
How don't you know that?
They're not eliminated. They're not eliminated.
If he comes back in 4 weeks, you don't think they'll be eliminated?
No, I don't know that. Okay. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Maybe the Eagles go on a 4-game losing streak. I don't know. No, I don't know.
Okay.
Jake in Nebraska.
Now all of a sudden, y'all
you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Jake.
Yeah, gotta play. You don't have a choice. He's the leader of that team. You cannot show the rest of the team. This isn't basketball. He's got to lead these men into battle. You cannot tell everybody else in that locker room that he's more important than everybody else.
Thank you. And Jake,
stop it.
And Jake, Jake, here. Wait a minute. Hold on. I want to address Jake. You're 100% spot on. If they knew the teammates that he's healthy and he ain't playing, that would not go over with your teammates if he's healthy.
If y'all don't think every single person in that organization knows that he is in a different position than them, y'all are absolutely kidding yourself. I'm cool if you say, hey, if he's healthy, he wants to go back out.
You can't ask anybody else to play then. You can't ask anybody else then to play when they're banged up.
So
people
let me
are banged up every week.
So let me ask you a question, Rob. Rob, let me ask you a question. Since it's so-called football, why when they practice, does every single person know and they have red jerseys? Don't hit them. Don't hit them. Hit everybody else
it's
all
practice.
day long, all you want.
It's
don't
practice.
Hit them.
It's
Man,
practice.
if you don't think they know they built, stop it. Y'all can say you want him to play if he's healthy. I'm with you on that. We can debate that. But the idea that everybody in the entire city
I'm just saying,
don't know they're different.
They would look at him differently if he was healthy and didn't want to play. Yes, they would. I don't even doubt that. Orlando.
No, the idea that y'all acting like they don't know the quarterbacks are in different situations.
No. That's I'm talking about. If he's healthy and he said, "Oh, I don't want to play." People would look at you side-eyed. Orlando and El Paso, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Orlando?
Hey, Rob. Listen, the key word here is healthy because this has Rob's nemesis written all over it again for this franchise. I don't know. The key word here, he has to be healthy. I don't like giving these players their flowers after 1 year. They got to be consistent. Jayden Daniels, the knock on him was he was so slim, so small,
right,
and injuries were already a concern. So if he's healthy, he puts on a jersey, he should play.
That's my only point, Orlando, is if he's healthy, not if he's iffy or he's not up right. That I agree with, Kelvin. I agree with that. If he's iffy or there's a chance that he could do some more damage, but if they clear him to play and there's and they're still in the hunt or whatever, I don't have an issue with that. I really don't.
I hear you. I hear you. My thing is just sometimes I have to do what's bigger for the franchise than me to just prove, well, he's a tough guy, he's one of us. I'm going, young man, we need you for the long haul. And it doesn't make any sense. This is Kelvin operating under the assumption they're not going to be in playoff contention. If you look at the NFC right now.
So if they're in playoff contention, what would you do?
I just don't see it.
No, that's not. I didn't ask you that. I asked you if they were in playoff contention. What would you do?
If they're in playoff contention
and he's healthy,
absolutely healthy, then fine.
Okay, here's my point. Rob G, what you got?
So what if they're not in playoff contention, Rob?
Well, but if they're not,
what if they're 3-8?
Then you could take a look at it and make a determination at that point.
No, but that's the whole
about
point.
Play. No, it's not. But if he's
that's what I'm saying.
No, if he's healthy,
they're 3-6 and they've lost 4 in a row.
Yes, but they could win 4 in a row. It's not. We're not for
They're
sure
not
of that.
winning.
You don't know that.
4 in a row.
You don't know that. I don't even.
Do.
How can I count on you? You can't even pick games and pigskin pickoff. Now you're going to tell me who's going to win and lose?
So you tell me they're winning 4. No, because you're the
you're
genius.
1-9. I don't want to hear it.
They're winning 4 in a row.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, let me reset like you read Shekel City. Let's do that then. Since you're the genius that hit the reset. You're the kid who pulls the cord out of the Nintendo when they're losing. Xbox when they're losing.
No, that was by accident. That was an accident. My foot hit the plug.
Oh, no. That was when you was about to die when the Lions won the Super Bowl. That's when you pull out your cord.
I would pull it out.
Oh, shoot. Hey, thank you for the call. We appreciate it. Sean King on the other side right now. Steve DeSager, what's trending?
Let's take a look at the men's college basketball scoreboard. At number 1, Purdue. It was tied at the half against Oakland of Michigan. Purdue leads 62-57 with 9 minutes to go. Kentucky's up 82-38 over Valparaiso with 9.5 minutes left. Halftime, number 4 UConn up 64-17 against UMass Lowell. And at North Carolina, Tar Heels leading Kansas 56-46, 12.5 minutes to go. To the NBA scoreboard, at Orlando, it's still a Magic lead against Boston, 62-57 early in the third. The lead for Cleveland is 82-61 at Washington early third. Wizards enter with a record of 1-7. Spurs guard De'Aaron Fox will reportedly debut Saturday after hamstring surgery. Anthony Davis of the Mavs out again tonight with a strained calf. Bam Adebayo of the Heat out tonight with a sprained toe. One of the late games has Golden State at Denver for the Warriors' Steph Curry out due to illness. Cam Thomas of the Nets could miss 3 to 4 weeks with a strained hamstring, and the Lakers' Austin Reeves with a strained groin due to miss another game on Saturday. There are 4 NHL contests tonight, including a Minnesota lead of 4-1 at the Islanders mid-second period. Japanese third baseman Munetaka Murakami was posted to start the process of free agency. The American League Silver Slugger winners include Aaron Judge, Yankees outfielder, and Cal Raleigh, Mariners catcher. To college football in a half an hour on Fox TV, 19th ranked USC hosts Northwestern. There is a game on FS1 that's just underway, scoreless early. Houston 7-2 this year, playing at UCF. The 49ers will start quarterback Mac Jones again Sunday hosting the Rams. Quarterback Brock Purdy is questionable with a toe injury. He's still been limited in practice. The Rams will start kicker Harrison Mevis, but said kicker Joshua Carty is not going anywhere. Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud out this weekend with a concussion, and Houston kicker Kaimi Fairbairn is out with a quad injury. Giants kicker Graham Gano out with a neck injury, so Younghoe Koo will start. Washington quarterback Jayden Daniels will not need surgery on his dislocated elbow. There's no ligament damage, and he will not immediately go on IR. Commanders wide receiver Terry McLaurin is out with a quad injury, and Jacksonville wide receiver Brian Thomas is out with an ankle injury. He missed practice all week. Back to you.
Wait a minute. You missed the big Ivy League game. Columbia is taking on Harvard tonight. That game's on ESPN, too.
Make sure to plug anything that's not on Fox. That's way to go, Rob.
Is it a chess match?
It's 20-0. Harvard.
It's the couple. Thank you, Steve. Rob and Kelvin on a funky flashback Friday. Aches and pains can sneak in during the holiday hustle and bustle, and Aleve can help you forget the pain and make happy memories instead with just one pill. Aleve provides up to 12 hours of body pain relief so you can keep it moving. Use as directed. Right now, we are down with the king, our man Sean King, former NFL quarterback, Fox Sports Radio NFL analyst, Real Sean King on X. What up, bro?
What's going on, fellas? Hey, man. Shout out to Deshaun Jackson in year one getting it done at Delaware State.
They balling. What's the record right now?
6-3. They're up 14-3 at the half versus Morgan State. Hell of a job by him in year one.
Nice. Good. Shout out to Deshaun Jackson doing his thing, man.
How's Deion Sanders doing at Colorado?
I don't think he'll be there much longer, Rob.
Okay,
I think
I'm just
the humanistic side has caught up with him. I never thought Deion really had the stomach for college football. It was a part of being a great father. But once Shiloh and Shador and Travis left Boulder, I knew it was going to be some lonely nights in Colorado.
I was wondering.
I would expect him to step down at the end of the year.
I don't see guys. I don't see guys taking helicopters in and flying in for the game and concerts before the games and all that. What happened to all that?
Well, the stars are gone. Shador's in Cleveland, Travis in Jacksonville.
Okay.
Do you think it's real quick? I didn't know we were gonna go here, but real quick, do you think it's just you mentioned he's not has a stomach for, or do you think it's the health?
I think it's a combination of everything. It's the health, which makes you understand that tomorrow isn't always promised. It's wanting to be a part of your son's life, which is they've been a part of yours. He's the only coach Shador's ever known until now. So I'm sure Deion at this point in his life would much rather be able to go to the Browns game, go support Shiloh or whatever he's got going on. And I'm just telling you, I knew this was going to happen when those guys left Boulder.
Hey, Sean, I'm convinced Denver's going to win the division, and the Chiefs are not going to make the playoffs. Am I crazy?
Absolutely. What about last night, which might have been the all-time worst Thursday night football game in history, and that's saying something, made you think Denver under Bo Nix looked like a team capable of beating Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs when it matters.
Yeah, because you know what? Because I saw Peyton Manning throw for 103 yards in the Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl. I did with one touchdown. Do you remember that, Sean?
I did.
Okay,
I did.
so they did win, right? Without very little offense, correct?
The difference was that Denver team had an established run game. This Denver team doesn't.
All I'm saying to you is with defense, and they've won, they've been able to come back, especially in fourth quarters, make plays when it matters. And the bottom line is sports has a short menu, Sean. It's wins and losses. That's what matters more than anything. I don't care how pretty it is, and I think they'll get better offensively because they can't play any worse.
Okay, so let me put context on this. The Colts, the Seahawks, and the Broncos I won't believe in until I see Bo Nix, Daniel Jones, and Sam Darnold perform on the big stage when the lights are brightest. I have major question marks about their ability to sustain.
I want to go there. Okay, I want to go to Daniel Jones. So you don't believe in Daniel Jones at all?
I'm not saying at all. I don't believe in him at the highest level. He's been very fortunate. They've been outstanding on defense. Jonathan Taylor's having an MVP caliber year. All the breaks are kind of going their way. First time last week, faced a little adversity. They lose to the Steelers. I think the Falcons are super live on Sunday going to Indy. We'll see. I'm happy for Daniel that he found some success, but I'm saying I wouldn't buy stock in Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones, or Bo Nix until they prove it come playoff time.
Sean King, our guest, on with the Eye Cup, Parker and Kelvin on a Funky Flashback Friday. Oh, go ahead, Sean.
Remember, as great as Sam Darnold looked against the Commanders, remember the last time we saw him in the Vikings uniform in the playoffs against
You don't have to tell me. I'm the one who said that I wouldn't re-sign him with the Vikings. I'm with you. He went to bed in the two biggest games and probably cost himself millions of dollars, and why the Vikings were jumped off of him. I don't even doubt it. I don't doubt it.
I agree.
Well, Sean, I'm gonna go to a guy that I know you're big on, more so him and his team. You know, the Eagles are the reigning champs. We got the Chiefs are always going to be a big topic no matter what. You got some emerging teams, the Colts still in little headlines. Packers get Micah. But some team that's sitting 6-2 and if had a chance to be undefeated if their field goal special teams was better is the Los Angeles Rams. Matthew Stafford's playing out of his mind. How good are the Rams right now? And are they quietly moving along and we can look up in January and they're sitting in the NFC Championship game?
I remember coming on this show about a month and a half ago saying that I thought Stafford was one of the best quarterbacks on the planet, or maybe arguably the best. And your co-host berated me, chastised me, told me I didn't know what I was talking about. And the old man just keeps making throw after throw after throw. The Rams are a legit threat to hoist on the
Are they going to win the
year.
Super Bowl? They're going to win it. Right now, is he going to win MVP and they're going to win the Super Bowl? Is that what you're saying?
I think the Rams are very.
No, that's not what I asked you. I asked you two very specific questions, Sean, and I want you to be on the record. Just answer the question. Will Matt Stafford be the MVP? Yes or no? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Will the Rams win the Super Bowl? Yes or no?
Yes, if they get home field.
Okay.
They have to have.
Why? If he's so great, the best quarterback on the planet, why does he have to have home field in order to win the Super Bowl?
He doesn't.
They play on a neutral field for the Super Bowl. What does home field have to do with it?
The Eagles are built better for an inclement weather playoff game than the Rams are. I'm telling you, last year, if that snowstorm doesn't come at halftime, I think the Rams beat the Eagles. So
I remember Matthew Stafford having the ball, right, in Eagles territory with 4 downs to go. He had all the chances in the world to lead them to a victory. Go watch the tape. And he went 4 and out. He went 4 and out. You're going to blame the weather?
And, Rob, they addressed the problem. They went out and added Devontae Adams. So guess what? They're even more dynamic. You asked me a question? Yes, I'm buying stock in the Rams.
Okay, I just asked you if they're going to win a Super Bowl, but you can't give me an answer. That's all.
It's hard to win a Super Bowl. I'm not willing to plant my flag on any singular entity.
It's just a football game. This is sports talk radio. It ain't life or death.
I like to be right.
Well, you're wrong a lot, too. It's all right.
Well, shoot, I mean, I just asked about the Rams, so I knew y'all would get into it. I may or may not have asked that on purpose, by the way.
Because he's a hater. Kev, he's a hater.
I knew if I brought up the Matthew Stafford and the Rams, I knew he would go for it.
Why am I a hater?
I knew he would go for it, Sean.
I'm Sean, you know me for 20 years. I'm right a lot. I've been covering sports for almost 40 years.
You have an inability to be practical when it comes to anything Detroit sports.
Was I right last year when I picked them not to make it back to the NFC Championship game? I think I was right.
Barely.
I was barely. They got blown out in that game against Washington.
No, they didn't actually. If Jameis Williams had done throw that interception, they might have won that game.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Sean, one more before we go. I asked earlier, we had a guest on, but I want to ask you just quickly. I'll switch to this game. Sunday night football, you got Steelers at Chargers. 2 teams that, depending on the night you look at them, you go, okay, I like that. Next night, you go, what do you make coming out of that game? Who comes out victorious, and what do you expect to happen?
I think the Chargers probably win it. The Steelers have no chance, big picture. Rodgers is shot. The reason I can't fully back the Chargers is because of the injury bug. You're talking about 2 first-round All-Pro tackles that are both one out for the year. Is they all out for the year now, too?
Yeah, yep.
So, there's very few teams, if any, in the National Football League that could lose both of their starting tackles and still go win a championship in that season. So it's unfortunate that the injury bug hit the Chargers, but I like the direction Harbaugh has the organization headed in.
All right.
Hey, Sean, we'll end it there, brother. Appreciate it as always.
Hey, Sean, be careful in Las Vegas, okay?
Hey, listen, Shekel City, we're going to Indiana. Penn State plus the points, Falcons plus the points. It's going to be a bad weekend in Naptown.
Oh,
I love it. All right, thank you. I like both of those. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, Sean. Hey, on the way, you two got into something about it. We got to address that potential MVP candidate. We got to do it next. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
So the Draymond podcast, new episode hasn't even dropped yet. This is just the teaser for the next episode. I think it comes out tomorrow. Was talking about Dak Prescott, and he has some choice words for the Cowboys quarterback. Take a listen.
Dak's a bum. Oh,
Dak's not a bum. He's an MVP candidate.
Yeah, that's fine. He getting some numbers and they stink. Dak's a bum.
He's not a bum, dog. He's a really good quarterback.
No, he's a bum. They'll never win with that.
You're too smart and you know too much about football to say Dak Prescott's a bum.
I won 4 championships, Jordan. So you got to understand, when I say bum, I'm not saying Dak Prescott isn't a good NFL quarterback. Of course he's a good NFL quarterback. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying when the money's on the line, when it's for all the marbles, who are you? He a bum.
I totally disagree.
Yeah,
I totally
what
disagree.
has he done in those moments? Been a bum.
He is.
He's been a bum in the moments, Jordan. When they had their best team, best offensive line in the league, they had all that to get to the playoffs, and he a bum.
But the story isn't fully written yet.
It's pretty written because now he's making $65 million, and it's way harder to win. Like, you got to be so, like, Patty Mahomes good to be, like, that highly paid and still go win. Like, that's a very hard thing to do. Like, it's over.
These are the podcasts you're listening to. I'm dead serious. And this is a public service announcement to all sports fans out there.
Tap the mic, make sure it's on.
Is it on?
Let me see. Okay, we got you.
Turn these podcasts off. And Draymond with this new media crap my ass. He's a total hypocrite. Because if it was a journalist or somebody saying that about Dak, it would be the end of the world to call him a bum.
That's a fair point.
If you want to make the point, Kelvin, and break down that beating good teams or on the road and give me some numbers and facts, to get up there and say that Dak Prescott is a bum, it was like Shady McCoy on FS1 who called him ass on the air. Dude, really? And you guys are professional athletes who know what it takes to make it to that level and to perform, right? There's no reason. Stop listening to these guys. Draymond Green, new media. No, Draymond Green, untrained, unsophisticated, under-researched. It ain't about just your feelings on somebody. And then to use the money thing. Really? Really? Right. If that was somebody else saying Draymond Green don't deserve that, right, it would be like, oh, wow, a talented black man can't earn money playing basketball. That's what he would say. And instead, here he is. I'm not a Dak Prescott fan. And I'm talking about like thinking that he's going to win you all these Super Bowls. But I'm going to give you reasons why. Facts, numbers, figures. This is just off-the-cuff BS. Embarrassing. New media. He's the one criticizing the people, the debate shows and all this. They got an opinion. They didn't play and all this stuff. And they have the audacity to disrespect Dak Prescott and say he's a bum, and then, you know what I hate, use the flimsy qualifiers. First he calls him a bum, Kelvin, then he goes, well, you know, I ain't saying he can't play. Well, what is a bum?
You can't, yeah.
What is a bum? You can't say, oh, I didn't say he's not a good NFL quarterback. Well, what's a bum? A bum means the worst of the worst. Come on, man. Dude, turn off these podcasts. If people aren't going to talk to you, a sports fan, and give you some real analysis, tell me why it's not enough just to have an opinion. Based on what? Why don't you like something? Why don't you like this player? Give me examples. Based on what? If you can't answer that question, you don't have an opinion. Not a valid one. I'm so tired. New media.
Funky Flashback Friday. Hey, big shout out to Sean King. Thank you for joining us. You missed it? Check out the pod. Rob G will get that up in a minute. You can go check that out as always. Plus, we'll have a best of version coming up in a little bit as well. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. They ship them fast, they ship them free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. That's right. If you're at work, you're at home, they will come to you. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. You try to corner Sean about the MVP with Matthew Stafford, and I don't have a clue who's going to win it because it's so open right now halfway through the season. But I will tell you, Matthew Stafford's stats are absolutely crazy for somebody who's nobody's kind of talking about right now because, we're talking about, Patrick Mahomes is bad and can a running back Jonathan Taylor or so on and so forth. Dude, he is on a tear right now. 21 touchdowns, interceptions, 67% completion. He is got his team at 6-2. I mean, he quietly is having maybe the best because, people are shocked by Daniel Jones. And like I said, Patrick Mahomes coming back and Josh Allen being the reigning MVP. But my gosh, halfway through the season, he's on pace to be 42 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. That's some old peak Aaron Rodgers stuff right there.
Here's the problem. QBR, 10th. Passer rating, 6th. So despite those numbers you talk about, they don't add up. When Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady and those guys are winning MVPs, they're right at the top, or Patrick Mahomes and QBR, that balances out, that tells you where you're playing. There's no way you could have those numbers and be 10th in QBR. That means he's not.
My only argument to what you were saying is you brought up arguably the most talented quarterback ever in history, and arguably the greatest in Tom Brady, meaning there's a reason why people say, the best quarterback talent-wise I've ever seen Aaron Rodgers. They might say the greatest of time, success,
Yeah, but
winning.
even when Lamar has won, he wasn't 10th in QBR is what I'm trying to say to you. I don't think 10th, you say there's a reason why people aren't talking about Matthew Stafford despite his numbers. That's what I'm saying to you.
I just think also the storyline isn't juicy there.
Why? A 50-year-old quarterback? They didn't even want him. You remember Sean McVay told him to go get a deal. Go get on a plane and go to a New York Football Giant. Remember, they didn't even want him under that.
Yeah, and his wife wanted him to go play with her brother or something like that. But I just think the Rams, because they've been good now for 10 years, call it, with Sean McVay. And I think, hey, if I told you the Rams are good, you'd be like, oh, yeah, the Rams are good. But this is like actually shocking when you look at the numbers. So again, 21 touchdowns, 2 interceptions is remarkable, especially considering.
How can he be 10th in QBR though? Interesting.
Yeah, if you look up and he's 10th in QBR at the end of the season, and I told you his team went, 12-5 and 40 touchdowns, 4,500 yards, and I'll even spot him a few interceptions, 6 or 7 interceptions. There's a great chance he'll win MVP. I don't think
he's going to be the MVP?
Singular. No, if he keeps on his track, yeah.
No, I'm just asking you. I just want you to look.
I don't think so.
I'm not going to pin you down.
The answer,
it ain't the end of the world. Yeah.
No, I'm saying answer is no.
Okay.
Because I think Josh Allen being the reigning, if it's kind of like when Lamar,
so he don't have fatigue with Josh Allen, but Lamar.
No, thinking
fatigue.
He's right there in the mix. I do know this. If Matthew Stafford duplicates this first half is the second half, he's winning. Meaning if they end up, they're 6-2, so that's only 8 games. So let's just spot them a loss. So like I said, they're 13-4.
So
and
is he going to do this? Is he going to duplicate it? What do you think? I'm just asking, who do you think is going to be? You got Mahomes as the MVP?
I got to look at some schedules, Rob, because that matters.
No, I'm just asking.
No, I really.
Rob G, who you got as the MVP right now?
I'm just saying.
Is it Stafford? I'm just asking.
Right now, or who I think is going to win?
Who do you think is going to win?
They're going to do everything they can to give it to Mahomes or Allen.
Okay.
And that's the reason why you look at BetMGM, shout out Lamar Mitchell, that they are back and forth the favorites week to week.
Yeah, it was last week. It was Patrick Mahomes.
Josh Allen's not even having a great season.
And
I agree with that. They want to give it to him.
And Mahomes here had 2 interceptions 2 weeks ago, and last week, what did he have? No touchdowns, right? And
he still has the second best odds.
And he does. Right. But I'm just saying, if you look at the last 2 weeks, he hasn't played as well as he was those other games. And here's the dark horse, is Lamar. from this standpoint.
It ain't that dark. That's a light-skinned horse.
No. A light-skinned horse. If they, Rob G, run the table and win 9 or, 9 out of 10 or something and win the division or whatever, and he puts up the numbers, because his first game back, he had 4 touchdowns and no picks. He to me, if the Ravens were to storm back, could win MVP.
Well, Lamar Jackson, first in QBR, first in passer rating.
That's what
second in yards per attempt, and 12th right now in touchdowns, despite only playing 5 games.
Right.
That's why I said it's a light-skinned horse. I mean, it ain't crazy because Lamar is Lamar. And what he does, it's just comical. Like he's
first in QBR. That's crazy. Right.
And he does stuff so normally. Like you'll look up, he'll have 2 touchdowns, passing, 1 rushing, through 280, ran for 90, like a normal Sunday. And you're like, dude, that's not normal. Like that's crazy what he does.
I'll tell you, if I was really betting though, and I want to put down money and get good odds, Drake May.
So you got Drake May.
I think they could be first in the AFC.
I don't think
their schedule isn't tough either, just like Buffalo's.
Yeah, I just think there's no way he's coming out of nowhere and winning the MVP.
Lamar came out of nowhere a few years ago and won MVP.
But Lamar, I think there was more to him. Drake May, I would be stunned, Rob G.
Dynamic.
Stunned.
Matthew Stafford gonna win it. Dang.
We are
Wake up, it's 2 pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham! We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate your show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable. He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
There's college football coming right up on Fox TV. 19th ranked USC is hosting Northwestern. Also in college football tonight, UCF leads Houston 3-0 early second quarter. Houston Cougars 7-2 so far. The 49ers will start quarterback Mac Jones again Sunday hosting the Rams. Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud is out with a concussion. Giants kicker Graham Gano out this weekend with a neck injury. Washington quarterback Jayden Daniels will not need surgery on his dislocated elbow, and he's not immediately going on IR. Wide receiver Terry McLaurin of the Commanders is out with a quad injury. Jacksonville wide receiver Brian Thomas is out with an ankle injury. To the NBA, the Celtics have come back to tie it up at Orlando, 86-all with under 10 minutes to go. Cleveland leads 115-89 at Washington with under 10 minutes left. Washington in danger of falling to 1-8. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3. I just where's the time go? We got to
flying.
You know? Do you see what I got?
We
want
to
today?
know.
I got a throwback on. Did you notice?
What does it say? I can't see from. What does it say? 97.3 or something?
97.1. Detroit's FM talk station.
Rob and the Man.
Parker and the Man.
Okay. How old is that? About 20?
20-some odd years, yeah. A long time ago.
You be putting it in the thing with mothballs?
Nah, just hold on to it. There's certain things I always try to keep one of. I got this great, that was for a short period of time. You know.
Short pants.
Tight pants.
Yeah, okay.
Tighter pants.
Yes, all right.
The shorter
Right.
shorts.
Goodness gracious.
The
cargo shorts. Cargo. Escargot. All right, it is the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a what is today?
Friday.
Funky Flashback Friday. I'm already into the weekend.
Like your sweatshirt.
And I don't know what's going on this weekend. Who is that? Like a drunk uncle? What is that?
That's
like
pretty
that doesn't
much
even
three,
sound
that's
good.
us for 3 hours.
No, when we were talking about your sweater, we're like, Rob, you gonna wear the man one?
You and Tiger Woods.
Yeah, okay. Yes. Hey, getting a new job can be much easier with Express Employment Professionals. That's right. With Express, you'll have a local connection to the job market. Get started at expresspros.com. To find a location near you, that's www.expresspros.com. And don't forget about the podcast. If you missed any of today's show, Rob G's working on it as we speak. Just search Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. And right after the show, today's podcast will be posted, and you could follow it, rate it, 5 stars, and even give us a review. Again, search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast, and you'll find today's full show and a best-of version posted right at the end of the show. Don't forget, Lamar Mitchell from BetMGM, he's the director of trading. He will join us in about 26 or 7 minutes, and then last call, pigskin pick-off, which is the Rob Parker Invitational. We can just call it that going forward.
I'll give you that one. That was a good one.
We'll do all that and much more. Rob G, family members have just lost it when it comes to their family being, stars in the league now and them having these social media platforms. I think it has more to do, and I'm going to say this, not just the idea that you have a platform to say something, but I do believe like where the money is in athletics and sports, people feel like that the kid can't get hurt. Do you know what I mean? Right. Like in the old days, you could get cut or, you know what I mean, or a team move off of you or something, whereas now that makes so much money, I think they're empowered by that. My son signed a 6-year, $150 million contract. I can say whatever I want, right? I really believe that the money has something to do with it. But, Rob G., we had another example of that with the Chicago Bears.
That's right. Rome Odunze's dad.
Rome.
Say
it again.
Rome Odunze.
Okay, go ahead. Gesundheit.
That boy good, too. Bro.
He's really freaking good.
He is.
He's the Bears' #1 receiving option, but he had an off game last week in their shootout win over Cincinnati. First time in his NFL career he was held without a catch. He was only targeted 3 times. And so after the game, his father, James, went crazy on social media. He was reposting posts saying that they should trade Rome to a team that will actually throw to him. Another post declared that Rome should be seeing at least 10 targets per game. So it was a big firestorm in Chicago. And today, his son had to answer for his dad's tweets. Take a listen.
I don't make a big deal out of it. You know, obviously he has his opinions, I have mine, and he feel like he needs to voice those things on social media. But, you know, that's his prerogative. But, you know, he speaks for himself. I speak for myself.
Kelvin, where are you on this?
Man, let me go here. One of the things that we all had this. Rob G, Rob Parker, Alex, everybody had that cousin, that sibling, or that best friend that when you hang out, the ballpark, you're playing some pickup hoops, or you go to the club, they always were the ones writing the checks that they couldn't cash, and now you got to be in the middle of it. Like, oh, shoot, you done said something to him, you talking smack to her, you're doing this to him. And to me, that's what a lot of times what's happening now with the advent of social media with some of these parents, some of these friends, some of these girlfriends, wives, husbands, whatever, is that they start to write the checks that they can't cash. And what I mean by that is dad can go crazy with the Twitter fingers, right? Say this, say that. And I get it. It's coming from a loving place. You want the best for your son. You love your son. You probably train your son, all that. Problem is, when you start saying any and everything, now I got to defend it. It's coming to my social media. I'm getting at it. I got to go in the locker room. Does Caleb Williams look at me differently? Like, have you been whispering something to your dad? Are you pillow talking with your girl, with your dad? You know, are you saying stuff? And then you got to go say, no, that's his opinion. That's not mine. And when this keeps happening repeatedly, it ends up falling on the player. You're doing more damage to the player when you openly criticize regularly, routinely. Look, I get it. We can all have a frustrated moment. We now have the ability to get our thoughts out there. You would have to just yell at a TV or yell at your dog or yell at your sibling, your spouse or somebody. Now you can get on the phone and go on Instagram. You can go at the trolls. You can go back at them. And I think sometimes we forget that ends up being detrimental to whoever the person is in your life. In this case, his son. Because now I got to field questions, Rob. Now I got to look, wonder if my teammates looking at me differently. Now I got to go back and forth all day. And to me, it's just there's no gain from it. There's no win from it. It's going to hurt you. It's going to make you look bad. And it's going to potentially hurt your son or your daughter, whoever the athlete is. And there's no upside. So I know it's difficult because we have the technology to respond to people. Just because you can doesn't mean you should, as hard as it may be, because now it all comes on him. And week in, week out, he's going to have to come up with questions. And now we see it with some other. T. Morant, John Morant's dad, get into it with Shannon Sharp. They about to scrap. They doing this. It's just too much can happen, and there's no real gain when you're doing this to me.
I think it's terrible. And I don't have kids. I couldn't imagine embarrassing my son or daughter, by going out and speaking out, especially when you consider the numbers that he's already put up this year. He leads, right, Rob G? We talked about earlier. He leads in almost
receptions, yeah.
In almost every category. It was a bad game or whatever, and it ain't coming off. The Bears got shut out 8-0, and he didn't get any balls or whatever. They actually won the game and put up 47 points, and that's the game, right, that you're going to speak out as a win. That put them at 5-3 and a big-time comeback win. And then he has to answer. And I don't care. He could say, that's my dad, I have nothing to do with it or whatever. Dude, you know that people are like, he texting his dad, whining like
that's where the trouble comes in.
Whining like a girl, I'm not getting the ball, whatever. And his dad is just
echoing those sentiments.
Right. That's not his dad. That's him. Talking to his dad, and his dad is the one putting it out there. That's what it sounds like. It's just like when Halliburton's dad ran out on the court and did all that. What are you doing?
Now I got to answer questions about it. And then
what are you
forces
doing?
Me to have to draw. And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up, Rob, because you know what it forces to and nobody wants to do? Halliburton had to go against his dad publicly.
Yes.
Not against him, but I got to separate myself from you because you did something that was not smart. Now, if you're Odunze, now I'll ask my pops. He doing what he do. I do what I do. I don't want to do that. But when you do these things, I have to. And watch this, Rob. He's a young young receiver, first year. Caleb Williams, first year really under Ben Johnson, new system. What are you going to this isn't year 8 where you could be like, look, I'm tired of it. Been 7-8 years of this badness. This is a handful of games into the first year they're all together.
But he's the
new
leading
offensive coordinator and coach.
But he's got the most receptions.
Yeah, like I could completely understand if this had been 3 to 4 years of ineptitude. If he was playing with the Panthers, playing with the Raiders, it looks horrible. I get that. At that point, you're blowing a gasket. I've had enough. This is they're 5-3. He's leading the team in receptions. He looks good. Anybody who has eyeballs see that he looks really good. And yes, I can understand.
And he has a connection, though. Does it feel like he has a connection with Caleb?
And I know he wants more, without a doubt. He's a guy
Everybody
who wants
more. We get that.
But if this is what we're doing week 8, 9, Rob, what are we going to do like I said, year 2 or 3 if it's not going the way he wants? You get what I mean? It's week 8. You guys are 5-3 right there in the division.
I don't get it. I mean, I'm asking you, Rob G. I'm asking you, Kelvin, as fathers, you have kids. You don't try to. Are you really trying to go out and embarrass your kids? Seriously, I just feel like I wouldn't want to do that, and I know that my parents were always conscious of that. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Not wanting to embarrass the kids,
right.
like in front
and
of.
I think the thing for me, Rob, if he were being let's say he had a horrible injury, and then everybody's like, "Oh, he's weak. He don't want to go back." I get that, right? This is just off of a game you won. This is just getting more targets in your mind. That's not worth putting him out there. If you just lost it because you were defending your son who got his knee shredded and you know what I mean, and they're weak, get back out there. I can understand that because you're coming to his honor. That's different than berating the team and the targets and Caleb and real offense. That's not necessary. Standing up for your son who maybe, again, let's say he stood up for something like Colin Kaepernick type of thing, and you were like, no, he's trying to do it for the betterment of people. Standing up for that, I get. The idea that you're berating a team that's 5-3, he's the leading receiver, they're trying to find their way. It's the first year with the new coach and the new system, first year together with Caleb. Week 8 or 9, what are we doing here, Pops?
In the social media era, especially, you should only be a cheerleader. You better not say a damn thing that's critical of your quarterback, of a teammate, of the coaching, in any way, shape, or form. Critical of the city that you're playing in.
It just doesn't make
because all it
there's
does.
No win.
There's no win there. Like, ask Al Horford's sister. How was it for her to talk crap about the city of Boston?
Right.
And everything she said was accurate, by the way. But all it led to was, hey, Al, your sister was on social media yesterday saying that there's a lot of racism in the city of Boston. Care to weigh in on it?
Right.
If he comes out and says what he honestly feels, he's alienating half the fan base.
Right.
And it's just like there's no win in you going out of your way to be critical of things you have no control over.
And especially in this situation where you're coming off of a big victory, right? A last-second victory where you weren't supposed to win that game. And the talk should be about that, being 5-3 in the division. You're in the hunt. My God, they're alive. Like, really? It's like
that's what barbershops are for.
Right. It's like the Marvin Harrison, right? With the same kind of thing. Like, well, I ain't saying this, but yes, you are. You went to ESPN.com and you had these quotes about the offense and this and that. He didn't mention that his son dropped some of the easiest touchdowns ever and some of the other bad plays.
And also, Pops, you play with Peyton Manning.
I mean, come on.
Pops, I know you want the best for me, but Pops, you play with Peyton, Reggie Wayne, Stokely, Edgerrin James. Y'all had a lot going on over there.
Going back to Rome, is there a way that his dad could have conveyed that message without making it a problem?
This is what you say. I look at this team, and I know how talented Ben Johnson is as a play caller. We know Caleb is a Heisman winner, and my son is a beast. I definitely expect more, more, if he wanted to say, a better offense, more continuity. Like you can.
That's a really long tweet. I need it in a tweet form, Kelvin.
No, he pays for the one. He paying for the one where you get like.
Could he have just said something like, "Man, just wait till they get Rome fully integrated as well. Moving forward, they're going to be dynamic."
Wait till the continuity. This is only year 1. Wait till year 2, baby.
What a win when you think about it that they scored 47 points and Rome wasn't even involved. Like that tells you what
that team's scary.
Right. That could be. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that.
That was a great one, Rob. That's a great
Seriously.
one.
Seriously. Instead, trade him somewhere else. Right. He needs 10 targets a game.
And I'm like, Pops, this is 8 game 9. Dude, we got a whole new system. I'm a rookie. We got
9 games left.
We haven't had a winning record this late into the season in 25 years.
Unbelievable.
I'm just, I think was not last point for me. One of the things that's blown me away about social media, I think y'all will feel me on this, was our concern about young people. Ultimately, what I've been blown away the last decade is 40, 50, and 60-year-olds on social media who make a fool of themselves regularly.
Yep.
That has been the number one takeaway for me. Not the kids. Kids actually are like, you guys are dweebs. We're going over there. Kids make fun of us. It's the adults, super big adults, that do crazy, wild, and anything on social media. That has been more shocking than anything.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Do you have a problem with friends and family members of pro athletes ripping the team on social media? We want to hear from you. We'll continue this conversation next. It is The Odd Couple on a Funky Flashback Friday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Because Rob Parker's going to help you feel better in the US of A.
And it pains me to say this because anybody knows just as far as basketball preference over the last 6-7 years, my guy was Luka. And it still is. Luka's incredible. He was incredible.
No, what? Is he or isn't he? You said he still is. What does that mean?
He's still my guy.
No. What, is it
I don't
Wemby
have
or
a
is it
singular
Luka?
guy.
Yeah,
Can I
one
talk?
guy. No, one guy.
No.
Pick one guy.
Luka is that guy still. The dude's averaging like 40-something a game. But when you start to look at this, and if I'm projecting about, who if I'm the Washington franchise and I want a guy for the next 8-10 years, whatever you want to say, who am I moving forward with? If there's anybody in the NBA, who would I want? And even despite these last couple games, despite how he looked last night against the Lakers, they fouled him out, struggled with the double team. He even talked about that teams are kind of finding a way to get after him a little bit, get up underneath him being 8'8". It's still Wemby. And I had to think about why. Because Luka, not a great game as far as percentage. He was 9 for 27, but 35 triple-double.
Yeah, you should get 20. You should get 35 on points
27
shots.
Yeah, 27 shots.
That's awful.
He had a bad night shooting efficiency-wise. He missed some handful of free throws. They even asked him after the game. He said, free throws, I missed some free throws. And it ended up being way longer, 1 minute at the end because the Lakers just didn't want to win. But the thing for me, the thing that is the separator with Wemby, Rob, for me, the difference is, number one, I ain't got to motivate Wemby, and this is just beyond Luka. I don't have to motivate Wemby to want to be the best. I don't have to motivate Wemby to want to play defense. I don't have to motivate Wemby to take an offseason seriously, and I like that. I also like this about Wemby. The thing about Luka that makes him great is also the thing that can be his kryptonite. And it reminds me of Luka between LeBron and Allen Iverson, where they are the centerpiece. They are the gravity of the world. They are the system. Everything orbits around them. There's no other system. We don't run this. We don't run that. This is how we do it. This is the way our flow, our schematics. It is you do you, and we hope we win. And they got Allen Iverson to a finals, but didn't do much more after that. It's been working for LeBron for the most part. Got 4 rings, but there were times you wish he would work it
4
around
years
more,
and
run the
24
system.
years? Okay.
Then you're right there. You go. And I wonder, is Luka the hybrid of LeBron and Iverson in that point of he is the system, and will that work for championships? What I like about Wemby is that Wemby will be able to be the guy that dropped 30, 40 tonight, 20 boards, whatever, or he can have his team win and still be successful if he has 18 points, 25 rebounds, 10 blocks. He doesn't have to singularly score. And it reminds me of another big that they had on that team in Tim Duncan. Where Tim Duncan could be the focal point, score and put him down on the block, give you 30 and 20, or Tim Duncan could be the best one on the floor, 15 points, 20 boards, 10 blocks, 5 assists, and just make key plays. And Wemby reminds me of a better, at least evolved version of that. And I think for me, moving forward, I want to be able to have that. A guy that can be a defensive player of the year, a guy that essentially could be a top 5 scorer in this league as well, and also be a guy that the team wants to play for and that'll be motivated to play night in, night out, season. And Wemby, to me, when I watch the league right now, there's a handful of amazing players that if you said this player, I'm not mad at, but for me, it's Wemby. I think that's the differentiator, is that he has a chance to be the best in a multitude of ways, where specifically if I go up against with Luka, if he's not scoring 35, 40, he's not going to be the most effective, and that's the separator for me.
Yeah, I just think your analysis is premature, and sure, you can look into your crystal ball and you look at what you see.
It's what we do,
say,
Rob.
Okay, I'm just saying, but the idea.
It's what we do.
There's a lot of things and factors there, especially injury-wise. He's already had the blood clots.
What the blood clot?
He's a big guy, tall guy with the foot and ankle issues that those guys usually have.
Rob.
I'm
I
not
keep telling you.
I'm not wishing. I'm just giving you like
He
what's
is
happened
differently built than the other
guys
ones.
who are that size, and he's thin as a rail. We know
I can't argue that.
He what is he, a monk? He was a monk this summer or whatever. So I know that was a bad TV show, but I think he was actually a monk.
Was
and
that
had
the Monkeys?
No, the monk. It was
Monk had
called
a
Monk. Like a
the monk, the
detective
nerd, the
show.
OCD dude. Yeah, monk.
Yeah,
monk.
monk or something like that. But I don't know. I mean, there was one stretch when everybody was saying he was the greatest player ever, and then all I remember, the Spurs losing 18 games in a row, and I thought to myself, how could you be a generational talent, seriously, and ever in the history of your life, high school, pee-wee basketball, like there's no way you should lose 18 in a row. And that bothered me. And even in this case here, and it's a couple bad games, but at some point they'll figure out what they need to do to neutralize him. And I'm not saying they're going to stop him or he won't be able to score and he's going to score 14 points every night. But if you think that he's just going to run the roost and have the next 20 years and put up all the points and block every shot and nobody else is going to come around, because he's going to have to win too.
Sports Radio, it's the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a Funky Flashback Friday. Sometimes you got to loosen them. Oh, man, we had a great bar. Still goes better. We got Lamar Mitchell, BetMGM Director of Trading, coming up here in about 5-6 minutes or so. We'll do some NFL pigskin pick off, which I'm going to just have my daughters pick. I think I might for real do that because I've just been terrible.
Tight pants.
So I might do that. as well. So don't forget, of course, you can check out the YouTube page. As always, you can go, you can subscribe, you can like, you can share, rate it, thumbs up, all that good stuff. YouTube, all you got to do is search Odd Couple FSR, Odd Couple FSR. You'll see us up there simulcasting right now. 877-99 on Fox. It's just a simple thought. You know, we all love our people, your parents, your siblings, your spouse, your partner, whoever. But do you need to be on social media, especially if they're a star athlete, where it's only going to come back on them? Rob and I, a few times we agree on something where you got to relax, let them be, because there's no win, there's no upside. But maybe you feel differently. 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
Clarence in Chicago. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Clarence?
Hey, what's up, Rob the Legend?
How are
Kelvin?
you?
Hey, I'm good, man. First time caller, long time listener.
My man. We appreciate you. We appreciate that.
It, man.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, Rob, real quick, one of my favorite ones is when you and Chris was trashing Horace Grant, when you was talking about Jordan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was about 5 years ago.
What you say about Horace Grant, Rob?
I don't know, because we came up with some nonsense about Jordan, so we had to give him the business, right, Clarence?
Yeah.
We did, no doubt.
Hey, that one was funny, but yeah, Rome Odunze, father, I agree with both of y'all. I think he should be ashamed of himself. Like, they just came off like they biggest win, well, score-wise. And his son, like Rome was blocking great for the team. And I feel like if DJ Moore not complaining, he's getting paid the highest receiver. And if he's not complaining, I don't think that somebody else's father should like tweeting about his son getting traded. Like, he might mess around and trade his ass to the Jets.
That's right.
You ain't wrong when you're right, Clarence.
That's right. And then he'd be having a heart attack on that one, no doubt.
I don't know what he would say with that. I don't know what he would say.
877-99 on Fox is our telephone number if you want to jump in. What about Andre in Massachusetts? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre? How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for taking the call. Happy Friday. Listen, there's a time and place and a point where keeping it real goes wrong. Okay, and when you need your family members to go out there and go to bat for you and to put your messaging out, it's just a slippery slope, and it's not a good thing. And particularly, Kelvin, you mentioned it. Now that everybody has access to everybody else all the time vis-a-vis social media, it's like people can't get themselves away. They can't detach themselves, and it's just a situation. It's a Pandora's box. So relative to Harrison Jr., listen. There's already a situation with the Cardinals where, Kyler Murray's it's already going downhill. How is that going to help this team stabilize themselves and try to be competitive in that division, in that improving division? So, it's just as much as it's good for clicks and people tuning in and getting access to you, it has nothing to do with your success on the field, which is why people pay attention to you in the first place. So hopefully we got to take a step back, get away. Don't hit that send button. Thanks for taking the call.
Yeah, appreciate that.
No
That's
doubt.
right. Don't hit that.
And he brought up a great point. You can just write it all out, Rob, get it off your chest, and then delete it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to just get it out. You don't have to post it. Just write it. That's a good practice.
I couldn't imagine my late mom going on Twitter when I was doing First Take and ripping Skip or something. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing, though.
I wish Skip would let Rob talk more, or he going to go to another show.
The only thing I'll say, Rob,
you know
and this
I mean?
is why remember what I said, though, 40, 50, 60-year-olds and all, I said it is the older people that's shocking me, because here's what I mean. The ease of access and how much she loves you, she could have just easily just said, Skip, you're wrong, stop talking to my son, It's so easy now. Like, you used to never be able to get to that person on TV.
Yeah, but that would be – I just couldn't see. Like, again, parents –
I wonder how long before Mama Dub might let somebody – you watch your back, Rob.
She already –
Mama Dub, she might be –
She
Mama
already –
Dub
I know your mom be listening to the show. She go, I can't stand
she do
that.
Be listening.
I can't stand that.
Hey, real
Rob
quick,
Parker.
Mama Dub has been she's been hanging out with my sister in Atlanta. My sister told me, she said, by the way – I'm going to run some errands with Mom the other day, and I come back in the car excited to tell her about something. Like, I found a deal or something. She goes, shh, 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 before she can even get the words out. She said, I'm listening to Kelvin right now. And it was me and you. She's like, I'm listening to The Odd Couple. So she shushed my sister. She couldn't even tell her. She was so into The Odd Couple. So shout out to Mama Dub for always listening.
Well, that's good. I'm glad she shushed your sister.
Yeah, well, don't be. Hey,
what?
We can shush my sister. You can't shush my
I
sister.
didn't say
right?
I shushed her. I
See,
said
now
your mom's sister.
I'm about to be Rome's dad now.
All
now I
right,
gotta go
okay,
at you for talking about my family. All right, on the way, LeVar Mitchell. Right now, Steve DeSager gonna get us set on what's trending.
There is college football. Hey, they're on Fox TV tonight at 19th ranked USC. Trojans leading Northwestern 7-0 late first quarter, and there's a game on FS1 mid-second quarter. UCF at home now leading 10-7 over Houston, which is 7-2 this season. To the NBA, Minnesota up 84-51 on Utah early in the third, and a big lead at Memphis for the Grizzlies against Dallas, 78-51 early in the third. A Mavs loss would put them at 2-7 this year. Anthony Davis of the Mavericks out again with a strained calf. By the way, Spurs guard De'Aaron Fox will reportedly debut Saturday after hamstring surgery. Right now, late third, Spurs leading at home against Houston, 86-77. Rockets have won 5 in a row. The Celtics have been in a surprisingly close game, and they're fallen behind in the final minutes and just gone final. Orlando 123-110 over the Boston Celtics, who are now 4-6 this season. Cleveland wins 148-114 at Washington. Wizards now 1-8. 2 late games in a half an hour. 8-1 Oklahoma City playing at Sacramento for the Kings. Domantas Sabonis out again with a rib injury. Golden State at Denver for the Warriors. Steph Curry out due to illness. Elsewhere is Charlotte at Miami tonight. Hornets guard LaMelo Ball out again with an ankle injury, and Bam Adebayo of the Heat is out with a sprained toe. Cam Thomas of the Nets could miss 3 to 4 weeks with a strained hamstring. Austin Reeves of the Lakers with a strained groin will miss another game on Saturday. In college basketball, number 1 Purdue was tied at home with Oakland at the half, but Purdue did win 87-77. North Carolina beat Kansas 87-74. Under 2 minutes to go, 4th-ranked UConn leads 110-47 over UMass Lowell. Among the 4 NHL games tonight, it's a wild lead of 5-2 at the Islanders with under 5 minutes to go. Japanese third baseman Munetaka Murakami was posted to start the process of free agency. The 49ers will start quarterback Mac Jones again Sunday, hosting the Rams. Texans QB C.J. Stroud out with a concussion. Wide receiver of Jacksonville Brian Thomas is out with an ankle injury. Back to you.
All right, Steve, thank you. Have an excellent weekend, my friend. Our couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a funky flashback Friday. Aches and pains can sneak in during the holiday hustle and bustle. Aleve can help you forget the pain and make some happy memories instead with just one pill. Aleve provides up to 12 hours of body pain relief so you can keep it moving. Use as directed. It's time now for our guy, LeVar Mitchell. That's right. What's up, LeVar?
What's up, fellas? What's up? How you guys doing tonight?
We're doing great, and you know Kelvin is 1-9 in his last 10 picks. What is he, 1-9? Yeah, in his last 10 picks.
First of all, that's family business. Okay,
no.
Keep that in the house.
I want Lamar to know that that new tower they're putting up in Vegas has something to do with Kelvin. That's all I'm saying.
Lamar, I told him I keep one in my back pocket. And what that one is, it's a hard reset. I get to reset like he did with Shekel City. Elijah, HRU.
Exactly. It's time to rebound. Come back.
Let's do it. I'm going full Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman, straight rebound. Let's go.
All right. Am I starting this off? Here we go. Let's do it. I don't have the list. Here we go.
I'll go first.
No. I'm ready. All right. I'm going on the record as saying that I think that Daniel Jones and the Colts are frauds. They beat up on the bad teams. They lose to the good teams. But thankfully for them, this week they get the Falcons on a neutral site in Berlin on Sunday. How much action are we seeing? Indianapolis -6.5 in this spot.
You know, Joe Public is all over the Colts. They're not buying that they're a fraud. The Sharps have been back and forth in this game. The Sharps took the initial 6.5, hit the +5. Then we got it down to 5, and then they laid the 5, and they laid the 6, and now we're back at 6.5. So Sharps have been back all over this game, but the public definitely in favor of the Colts at a 5-1 clip as far as tickets on this game here.
All right, let's go to this one. This was interesting, Lamar. Baltimore had one of the worst defenses in the league the first couple of months of the season. Everybody knew that. We saw that. Everybody could put up 30, 40 on them. But they've come around the last few games. The Ravens have only allowed one passing touchdown over that stretch. Now, with that in mind, Lamar, I have to assume the bettors are taking under 47.5 when Baltimore takes on Minnesota this week, right? Or where are they at?
No, we're at 40. We're at 49 right now. They have just counted this total up from 47 all the way up to 49. The sharps have been all over it. The public has been all over it. 3-to-1 ticket count, and money is about 2-to-1 in favor on the over. So they're buying this offense now that Lamar Jackson's back in action, and they're buying that it's going to go over that total of 49 right now.
Wow. Yeah, he might score 40 himself.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, we've said this before. Even going back to college, Baker Mayfield is one of the best underdog stories in football, so it should come as no surprise then that he's really struggled as a favorite. Baker only covers 38% of the time when he's the favorite in his NFL career. With that in mind, I'm assuming that the sharps are all over the Pats, plus 2.5 in this game, right?
You know what, Rob? You would be not correct in this situation.
Wow.
Sharps haven't touched this one. Sharps really haven't touched this one at all. The public, though, they like the underdog story, and they're laying at about 2-to-1 tickets and about 2-to-1 money. They're all over Baker and that underdog story. So Sharps are laid off of it. Hopefully we'll see which direction they get on Sunday, which direction they wind up on Sunday morning.
All right, well, let's go here. Lamar Mitchell, BetMGM director right now, on with the odd couple, Rob and Kelvin, on this funky flashback Friday. In the last 9 years, Lamar, the Jets are just 1-8 coming off a bye with the average margin of defeat.
At least they're consistent.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that. The brand muffin, as you like to say.
That's right.
Almost 2 touchdowns per game is what they've been losing by. I know the Browns aren't great this season, but I can't imagine anybody's taking the Jets plus 2 in this game, right? And that's not even counting them trading away 2 of their best players in Quentin Williams and Sauce Gardner.
Kelvin, you're absolutely right. I mean, this is a situation where, Dylan Gabriel, the public is all on him money-wise, ticket-wise, 5-to-1 in favor of the Browns as far as tickets, 7-to-1 in favor of the Browns as far as money. And the Sharps, once we open this number at 2, Jets favorite 2, the Sharps just pounce on plus 2, plus 1.5, plus 1, minus 1, and now we're at 2. So that tells you where the Sharps have been on this game. No one is really giving the Jets any shot here except for those fellas that are in the NYJ locker room.
Right, I believe that. All right, big game coming up Sunday night. Steelers and the Chargers. I read today that Mike Tomlin covers the spread at 62% clip as an underdog. And what do you know? Pittsburgh is a 2.5-point road dog in Los Angeles. How much action are you seeing on the Steelers here?
Tons of action from the Sharps. I mean, like you said, they know Tomlin's record as a dog. They bet him when we opened this initially at plus 3, 3.5. They took the plus 3, and now we're down to 2.5. Public, though, is a different. The Joe Public is definitely on the Chargers. They're laying that 2.5, 3. But the Sharks are definitely taking the plus points here, and they look. This would be Joe's versus pros.
All right, Lamar, let's talk about it. We got to talk about my Lions. Look, they looked bad last week. I don't know what they were doing. It made me mad against the Minnesota Vikings. But if there's a silver lining, if there's something you can lean on, Lamar, it's that Detroit has covered the spread in 12 straight games following a loss. And I know the spread has jumped all the way up. It was them favored by 3. Now it's 8 on the road against Washington. But this has to be a game where the pros and the Joes are both aligned. They got Detroit big or no?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Kelvin. This is definitely a team game with the public and the pros. I mean, this is one of those games. I mean, money's about 3-to-1 in favor of the Lions. Tickets 10-to-1 from the public on the Lions. The pros have bet this game up from like 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, all the way to where we are right now. So it's going to be a game that we're definitely going to need Washington, and hopefully they can cover the spread and help the boys out here in Las Vegas.
I'm going to tell you this. This is going to be a signature loss for the Lions. I'm going to pick Washington in this game.
You already did that in the playoffs.
I know, and I was right. I'm picking Washington.
Why would you do it now?
I'm just picking Washington. I put that out there, Lamar, okay?
I got you, Ron.
This will be the signature loss that will start the end of the Lions making the playoffs this year.
Lamar,
Okay.
Lamar.
Yes.
Lamar, this is what he does. So what happened? When the Lions beat him big, he'll go, they're supposed to. Jayden Daniels didn't even play. He think he's slick. You see what he does, right?
All right, last from me. Rams and 49. I'm not listening to that. Rams and 49ers should be the game of the weekend. I saw this morning that the line moved from the Rams -3 to the Rams -4.5. That's big because 8 different games between Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan have been decided by 3 points or less. With that in mind, how much action are we seeing with the Niners +4.5?
Very little, believe it or not. Very little. It's like they still just, this Matt Jones, he just keeps going on. He's like the Energizer Bunny. You count him out, and he just keeps going. The public and the Sharps definitely have been on the Rams -3, -3.5, -4. They're just all over this team here. No real sizable action on the 49ers, which is kind of unbelievable since today is one of those games where you say the teams play close and it's a division game. So we'll see what happens on Sunday, though.
Yeah, for some reason, the 49ers are just, no matter what injury, they stay in these games or win these games, too. Last one here. The Jags might be 5-3, but nobody actually thinks that they're any good. In fact, Jacksonville is one of the just 3 teams in the league with a winning record but a negative point differential. So where are the Sharps on this game coming up against the Houston Texans? The Jags are currently 1-point road favorites, Lamar.
Yeah, we initially opened this game Texans at -1, and the Sharps took that -1, and now we're all the way around to Jags -1. So that tells you, even though the Jags have not been impressive, the Sharps are definitely on them. The public is on them at about 2-1 clip, and about 2-1 also as far as tickets on the Jags. So believe it or not, as their record goes, they just don't believe that the Texans, without C.J. Stroud, will be able to muster up any fight in this game here.
All right. There you have it. We'll see how it all works out, Lamar. Thank you so much, as always.
Always, my man.
You.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you having me, fellas. Have a great weekend. Good luck.
Thank you.
No doubt. Yeah, I need all of it right now. Lamar Mitchell, great Lamar Mitchell, as always, man. All right, coming up next, I'm a little nervous, I can't lie, because I'm about to go get my daughters real quick because they're going to help me out with this. We got our NFL. Thank you, Alex. NFL pigskin pickoff.
Can you imagine taking your young daughters and getting them hooked on gambling this young? I mean, like.
No, they're just going to pick games with them. I'm going to show them a logo and I say, what do you want to pick, a lion or a bear? Do you want to pick a giant or a cowboy?
I'm going to take away your Father of the Year vote. I'm just going to let you know.
Wow.
You know what the problem with it is, though? They've been listening to Uncle Rob. All he talks about is Shekel City or Rob G. Giannis hits one of the rare game winners for him, and he said, but Rome, I parlay.
He didn't cover.
He didn't cover. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
At one point, a reporter asked him, hey, John, do you feel like you still have your usual joy for the game of basketball? No, period.
Kerry, you know what?
Yeah.
If I'm ownership, GM, I got to make a trade. Even if I got to take pennies on the dollar. I can't. A 26-year-old Rob G, how much does he make? $40 million? Huh? Right, roughly, can you find out? But a 26-year-old in Memphis, Tennessee, making that kind of loot, playing basketball, and he's really good at it.
Yes.
39.4. I was real close. 40, right? 39.4.
Uh-huh.
And he looks you dead in the face and say that he doesn't have joy in playing basketball. He can't be on my team.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't think I'm being harsh. You could be upset, whatever, to say that you don't have joy to play basketball for a living and wear an NBA uniform and all that. I think I just think it's time to make a move.
Yeah, the joy part is squarely placed on him. he was having joy. He was playing well. He was a high flyer. His team was in the playoffs. He was making comments a couple of years ago, we're good in the West. Like, we saw that joy, and it was infectious. Like, we all wanted him to do well.
Yes.
But the joy, losing the joy part of it is self-inflicted.
The team didn't do anything to him.
No, he's put himself in this situation with the stuff off the court, and now he's on the court. Even when he's playing, he can't stay healthy at this point. And so there are reasons for him saying that. But as the leader of the team, leader of a franchise, you cannot make those comments and expect everything to be okay.
I just don't know how. I'm serious. Like, if I'm on a team and this dude is saying he don't have any joy playing, I'm following him.
No, that's the point. Like, and he's the leader. You cannot say that, and you cannot be on the court doing what he did against the Lakers.
Right, pouting. That's pouting.
That's a kid.
You're a 9-year-old.
That's a kid moving for him.
You're a professional basketball player.
Man. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I would trade him as well. But again, I don't even think the trade market is hot right now for John Morant. I think a lot of people are catching up to what we're talking about right now.
But there's somebody. There's always somebody. Like, people, I've heard forever. Oh, you can't trade James Harden's contract.
Yeah,
oh, yes, you can.
You can. Yeah.
You can't trade this guy. You can't. Who's the guy I'm thinking about? Bradley Beal in Washington. Oh, nobody will touch that. The Phoenix Suns touched it, right? And now where is he? They traded him again.
Clippers. He's in the
Clippers.
Yeah.
So the idea that you can't move people or whatever, and with Ja, at least you know he's talented. Now, you're a GM or a team, you're taking a big shot, a big chance.
Rob, it's crazy to say, but right now, he's 26. He's been injured so much, I don't even know if he still has the same athletic ability right now. And so for the decline to be that way for John Morant and not be as explosive at the moment, he can't shoot. He's not a consistent shooter yet. So, like, as a team that wanted to trade for him, what are you trading for him for?
You're trading that he's just very unhappy and not playing up to the best of his ability.
And you can get it out of him.
And we'll get it out of him because he'll be happy to leave that place that he feels like everybody's against him. Now
he's going to be at that place, and there's going to be something that goes wrong, and he's not going to be happy again.
I'm with you.
Okay.
And that's the chance you take.
Yeah.
If you're a downtrodden organization and got really nothing else cooking, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you're, I don't know, I don't want to just be throwing out teams, but there's some teams, I'll just.
The Wizards?
The Wizards. How about Brooklyn now? They have like a lot of these young players. They don't have anybody. Like, seriously. They haven't even won a game yet, right, Rob G? Have they won a game?
They haven't, no.
Yeah, so.
Fox Sports Radio. One more time for you boys, Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a funky flashback Friday. Shout out to Lamar Mitchell.
Moist after that.
All right, thanks for that info, Rob. Appreciate it. BetMGM Director of Trading, Lamar Mitchell joined us a minute ago. Check it out on the pod. Aches and pains that sneak up during the holiday hustle and bustle to Aleve can help you forget the pain and make happy memories instead. With just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of body pain relief so you can keep it moving. Please use as directed. It is time for a segment I don't want to do because I've sucked lately. But I'm about to bounce back. NFL Pigskin Pickoff. Let's go.
You ready to retire? The Odd Couple is gonna make you rich. Gambling, vice, corruption. It's their Pigskin Pickoff.
That's right. It's the NFL Pigskin Pickoff, picking NFL games against the spread. And before we look forward, we got to look back. And again, tough last 2 weeks.
No, stay focused
for the
Rob.
Washington clan. 1-9 dating back to week 8. Rob Parker 7-3. As a result, he's got a nice 4-game lead on the season.
I'm feeling so good.
I'll come back. I ain't worried about it. Same way he came back. I'll come back.
All right, guys. Let's get to it. Lamar Mitchell, BetMGM gave us all the odds earlier on Friday. We're going to stick with those odds here today. He gave you the information in the last segment. Don't blow it. Game number 1, Falcons at the Colts, technically in Berlin. Danny Dimes and the fellas, 6.5-point home favorites. Rob Parker.
It looks so obvious to take the Colts in this situation. I'm going to take the Falcons plus the points.
I'm not mad at that pick, actually. That's a lot of points, especially on the being out the country. But give me the Colts. Give me a bounce back, and they picked up some nice pieces as well defensively. Give me the Colts.
Game number 2, Lamar Jackson, his second game back, had a nice little mini bye after Thursday night. 4-point road favorites against J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings. Dub.
Give us both Lamar. Don't even waste our time.
Yeah,
give us both Lamar.
I'm taking the Ravens plus minus the 4.5. What is it, 4.5?
Just 4. We got 4.
Yeah. I'm taking that.
All right. Game number 3, NFL Pigskin Pickoff, NFL games against the spread. My MVP, Drake May, the New England Patriots in Tampa to take on Baker Mayfield, my arch nemesis, and the Bucks. Bucks 2.5-point home favorites. Rob Parker.
No way that the Patriots are going to win again. I got the Bucks.
Again?
Yes.
What do you mean?
No, I'm just saying. Like, they're off to a great start. I got the Bucks. The Bucks are going to win this game.
What's the number?
2.5.
Nah, the Bucks got it. I can't. I wish I could. It's the Bucks. Dang it. I wanted to go.
No love, no respect for my MVP choice. We
No,
just had that stat about
wa-
Baker not covering the spread as a favorite. And
Yeah, but
don't
you
even care.
Didn't you remember you picked the Jets to go to the Super Bowl?
That was 3 years ago,
Okay,
Rob.
I'm sorry.
Don't you remember you had Tom Brady never winning again?
Be quiet.
All right, game number 4. The MVP frontrunner, according to NFL execs, Matthew Stafford and the Rams, 4.5-point road favorites in the Bay, taking on Mac Jones and the 49ers, Kelvin Washington.
This is a great divisional matchup, but give me the Rams, even though I don't feel comfortable with that. I ain't gonna lie.
This is why you're 1-9 your last 10. I'm going to take the 49ers. These games are
with
always
the points
close.
or
yes.
outright?
They are.
With
They
the
are.
points.
I can't disagree with you. I can't.
8
disagree with you.
times
I
the game decided by 3 points or less.
They got. It's just. But I'm gonna go this way. That there's too many injuries, too nicked up.
They are really banged
and I'm
up.
gonna go there.
All right, last one, Sunday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers coming back to California to take on Justin Herbert and the Chargers.
Aaron Rodgers had some beautiful balls.
He does have beautiful balls.
Tell him, Rob. He does.
Chargers, 2.5-point home favorites. You'll be a lot of Steeler fans in attendance, though. Rob Parker.
Go Chargers!
Go Chargers!
I'm
go.
taking the Steelers in this one. I like the Steelers plus the points.
Hell
they
yeah.
win outright.
I don't like the Chargers at all. They're inconsistent right now. But I'm gonna go with the Chargers. Go Chargers!
Go Chargers!
Rob, you picked 4 road teams this week.
I know. A little different going on. That's all.
All right, we'll be tied up after this week.
No, we won't. If you're picking.
We
All
might
right,
be
we got to
up
get the
one.
last
I'll
call.
be back into it.
What
Last
we got?
call. We didn't even have.
It's last call time.
This is the
How much time we got? No time?
It's last call. Last call time on the Odd Couple.
Hey, Ken, we don't really have time. What was your topic, real quick?
My topic was all week. Rob was just dogging everybody. You got Sean King coming on. You got Kerry Rhodes coming on.
Okay.
And the only person that made sense was Kelvin. What are you going to run him up to like you did Christmas Hurd? The only thing you got right
Thanks,
this
Ken.
week was the Blue Jays choke. The
All
Blue
right.
Jays choke. That's the only thing you got right
Thank you, Ken.
There you go,
Tell him,
Rob. That's what you
Ken.
get.
That's what I get.
Running me, yeah, that's what you give trying to squeeze in the last call. And you got smart. I told you all week. That been coming for you, Rob.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?